evening, everyone. Dadman Walking 55 coming to you live at 9 minutes after 7 on the East Coast of the United States of America. Yes, I am late. But hey, it's like the Heinz ketchup, anticipation. Isn't it a wonderful thing? Or I told my boss, who held a 7:30 meeting one morning without telling anybody he was having a meeting at 7:30, and I came in at 7:45 when my workday started at 8, and he's lecturing us. I said, well, you know what they say, good things come to those who wait. So you are in for a treat tonight, everybody. We are in store for a wonderful treat and special in so many reasons. I had a personal delay that required me to respond to something which has delayed us a few more minutes. But here, I'm going to do something really, really quick and really interesting because I told my guest about how these intros go. But I also want to do something really special to really not really embarrassed, but you know how I am with people and things like this. So, Tina the Naughty Dragon, welcome the hell back. Thank you. You have been missed. I have missed Canadian football and a hell of a lot more. So, love to hear from you on Twitter again, too. The CFL season's just getting kicked off. JT and I can talk about that coming up on Tuesday nights. But welcome back, my friend. Welcome back so much. It's not only the guests that I shout out and embarrass, I do to the chat. You guys mean so much to me and to the missus for what y'all have done for us, for like we told you with the sadness we've had over the last few years and things like that. You guys lift our days, you lift our spirits as much as hopefully we can make you laugh a little bit. Well, we're gonna make the other people in the chat wait because I'm not gonna make this person wait because it is about 1:00 in the morning over there, I think. But hey, this person I will have in streams like at 7 or 8 o'clock on the East Coast. You know, we can still call it late night with Dadman because it's always late night somewhere. This is a content creator, not just more than content creator. This is a very special lady, very wonderful person that I've met a few times. You know her and you've seen her over on Lorena's channel quite a few times. She comes highly recommended by some guy named Tom F. also, which is really fun to have gotten met him in the last few months. But listen, this lady is wonderful. She'll tell you more about herself. Like this stream is about to chill with a friend, a guest, find out about them, their channel, have some laughs and whatever else happens. Well, without further ado, I will introduce you to, she is a part of the Hanging with Erika and Raph channel. But she's probably, I think her husband would agree, the better half of that duo. It is the one, the only, the great Erika of Hanging with Erika and Raph. Hey, Erika.
Hi, thanks for having me.
How are you tonight after that introduction?
Great.
There you go.
That was quite the intro.
I mean it. I love it. I love my guest and everything else. But oh man, my goodness. So what time is it over where you are?
It is, I don't have my glasses, 1:13 a.m. I almost thought it said 1:33. My glasses are right here in front of me. It's like Mr. Magoo.
Oh, well, look, I walk off from them, and I've got to look around the house. I was late to work twice last week because I couldn't find my glasses waking up in the morning. Of course, I need a new pair of glasses, though, too, badly. So, but, oh, man, I hate wearing glasses. Do you have to read them you don't have to wear glasses all the time, or do you just for reading?
No, just for about here, it's fuzzy. The further away it is, the better I can see, but the closer it comes to me, the
you're
more
farsighted then. Oh, okay.
Oh, that's what that is?
I think so, yeah. You can see better at a distance. That's how my wife is. She can see. I wish I could drive without having to wear glasses. I mean, I feel like I can see well enough, but anyway, you can't read the eye chart, so then it's then they get it against you. So, but yeah. Well, obviously we're going to talk about your wonderful background there. There's so much in your background. We could have a whole stream on just that background, but let's go ahead and welcome people into the chat, leading off the great
I'm smart.
Polar Bear from Pinellas County, Snortahoopas, Cuba. Hello.
I love how you say hello, because when I was in youth ministry, I would greet some of my team with hello, hello.
Hello.
It
That is,
reminds me of
some people. Yeah, some people say it, but it's not the same. That's like Snortapoopa's unique greeting. Hello, always everywhere he goes. But I also love this bear. I talked to him a few times, and I've said before, and I'll embarrass him too. Now is like when Ed coming up with a streaming channel. I've known him through the chats for years and years, but when he finally came over to my channel and started watching, that's when I felt like I hit the big time. I was like, yes, I got the bear. I got the bear. Great to see you, Snort. Great to see you. And Tina, as we've talked already, howdy, stranger to you. Great to see you. The Dragon of the North in Canada. So, this is something that YouTube is just really. Apparently, you get XP for watching and commenting. So, apparently, it looks like Erika's number one already.
For
Yay!
what? I'm lost. What?
The little number thing, the crown and the number thing. If you look in the YouTube chat on the YouTube channel, not on StreamYard, but if you look on YouTube, you're number one.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh, what does that mean? And with the little
You get
crown,
XP. See, in top fans, you hit top fans, and it's got people with XP. And
what does XP mean?
I don't know. It's like in a video game when you get experience points. I don't know.
I'm like, do I get an extra life?
I guess XP. YouTube has done some really weird things lately, so it's crazy. Yeah, Sort of Poop is right. Don't fully understand it. Some silly YouTube thing. Yeah, but at least it's not what they were doing a few weeks back. A few weeks back, they were putting everybody's like technical YouTube name, like at Snortapoopus 69.
Yeah, I noticed that too, but it wasn't like on every channel either. It seemed
No.
like it was only on like maybe the larger channels they were doing that.
That's what it seemed like to me because it didn't happen with me or my wife or anything like that. But it's yeah. And we miss this the Pooh Bear. Snortapoopus is now Pooh Bear. So let's see. All my brains are my big furry butt. The missus is doing really good. I will give you an update because you haven't been around, Tina, and for everybody else, missus is still over there with her, visiting her mother. Her mother's nearing 90, and especially in light of recent, everybody knows what's my mom's situation and how that happened, and it's in light of recent events this week, especially, she is trying to make more of an effort to get over there to see her mom more often. And so she's due to come back next Tuesday. But you know what happened to the missus, though? She was driving down the road and her back passenger windshield got blown out.
Oh.
While she was driving, she was so freaked out, she didn't wreck the car. She's like, but they don't know whether it was a rock or there was no bullet that got thrown in there, but it just shattered. So we're trying to figure out what it was. Then she finds out today that the window repair company, it's on back order. We can't repair it tomorrow. And she's due to drive back Tuesday. So she had to coordinate all that. They're supposed to come out and secure the windows so she can drive back on Tuesday. So, but she is doing fine. She is visiting her mom. She will go live at times. If you're still subscribed to her, occasionally she will do a live show. She did one with some yarn the other day when she was rolling yarn and making something. And she's doing the diamond painting. So, but I think she canceled her stream for tomorrow because her focus over there right now is with the family. So, but keep an eye out. She may go live at any moment, and she will have her watch party tomorrow night. So, yes. All right. Sorry about the 3-minute warning, Tina. Thank you. I missed that. Yes. And there's Eric and Raph. Hey. Hi, Raph. Is that Raph or Donut?
Where?
No.
Yeah,
What
my
did you
son.
Your son.
Oh, my son was like, Mom, you want a donut? There's only 2 left. I'm like, yeah, bring me one.
What? Wait.
It's Krispy Kreme.
Oh, man.
Yeah, we get Krispy Kreme out here, although they're not all that great because they're, I don't know. But but we don't complain. We appreciate what we have overseas.
I would take that in a heartbeat right now. Oh, my gosh. If you ever get up to where we live, I will have to show you. We've got a great place called the Donut Shop. It's a homemade mom and pop place. They only take cash.
I love the hole-in-the-wall donut shops. They're always the best.
They only take cash, yet they have an ATM in their lobby. So, but oh my God, it's like all the nasty goodness, you know. So it's like forget Dunkin' Donuts and all that crap. Even we still like our Krispy Kremes, but they've really got to be hot. But like you said,
yeah,
you'll take it. You'll take it. I could see the sugar hanging off that. So, so
it was better the other day. It was more fresh. It's a little stale now, but whatever.
Well, I tell you, one of the stories that I had back when I met my wife was that I brought her donuts to her house. There are actually two stories. One, I brought donuts to her place where she lived in a garage, put the box of donuts on a chair. Her cat gets up and lays on the box of donuts. So half of them are flattened. Half of them are flattened and the other half are still puffy. Then the other story was I took them over with her mom and her sisters there, and I put them on the counter, and I just stood there. Her mom came up to me and shoved me against the wall, like, get out of the hell of my way. And like Jay said, don't you ever stand in the way of this family and a donut. This family's women. This family's women and a donut was like so.
Oh, jeez.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, we love donuts, and cake is my other guilty pleasure. I love cake.
Oh man.
And I'm picky about it. Yeah, I like to eat it and judge it as I'm eating it.
Oh, I love it. Oh, cool. We got to do something. That'd be a great stream to do, judging cake and stuff like that. Try to hit the hammer. Reverse snort a poopus with a Star Trek answer, reversing the polarity on the quantum interlocutor. And Tom F, speaking of Tom F, he's here. Yay, Tom. How are you tonight? So, all right. That Tom
I
F.
always have to have snacks when I'm on a stream. I talk more when I eat.
That's fine. That's fine. I mean, there's only one or two people we had that sound we have to watch how we eat because they have legitimate sensory issues with the sound, but there's nothing loud about donut or cake. But it's just I don't blame you. I like that.
It's a little munchy, little something.
Yeah, it's always kind of cool. I mean, peanuts, M&Ms, and stuff like that are really, really good things. But we'll talk a little bit more. Can't wait for Mrs. Get Back, miss her morning streams. Yeah, exactly. So you never know. She might have something in the morning, but I'm glad you got a phone so we can see that. Yeah. Oh, Tom said he's seen heat blow out windows. Oh, okay. Well,
it didn't blow my window out, but we were stationed in Georgia. One of my back windows, not that it blew, but I happened to look over because I was, backing out, and all of a sudden, it just, I can't describe it. It looked like it just cracked. All these tiny cracks. It wasn't just one crack. I mean, it looked like if you touched it, it was just going to go.
Wow.
And the only thing I could assume was the heat because it was, Georgia, and it gets just as hot in Georgia as it does in Florida.
Right.
And yeah, that's the only thing I could think of was the weather was what did it.
Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, damn. Scary where that car went. Absolutely. And so thank you, Legatus. Legatus is here. Hey, he snuck in here. Yes.
Nice to meet you.
Link out there. We're going to talk about Erika's channel and a lot of other stuff and talk about her and her amazing husband while we're at it too. Donut, nom, 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 nom. But seriously, Snort, if you can ever get up to my area, or you, Erika, I know, talking about your future plans. If you ever get back up in the Northeast Florida, we got a donut shop for you.
I have a really good friend that is up there in your area.
Oh, really?
Really good friend. I grew up with her. We literally were neighbors, and we grew up together. And she told me a couple of weeks ago, she's like, please come and see us when you guys come back home. I would love to hang out with you again. I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Well, we got a donut place, and we got other places we can take you. And I'm sure they know some good places too. Now, Tina's wanting the Tim Hortons, the Canadian establishment, about a donut. So
Tim Hortons donut?
Yeah, Tim Hortons. Yeah, it's a big thing up in Canada. Let's see. I hope I don't miss anybody. Gap After Dark. Hello, Gap. How are you tonight? Good to see you. This guy causes trouble in our chat sometimes, though, in a good way. So
I love his kitty. Oh, the picture of the kitty.
Beautiful Bombay cat. Yeah.
Cats are so adorable. I love cats. It sucks I'm allergic to them.
Oh, you are? Oh, God, that sucks.
Yeah. But I've heard that the Russian blue is hypoallergenic. I'm willing to test that theory.
No. Oh, okay.
Hi, Mom.
Oh, is that your mom? Hello, Carol.
That's my mom.
Oh, well, hey, yes, we'll get you stateside. But hey, welcome. Thank you for coming in tonight. We appreciate you being here too. Wow. No pressure, right? Let's see who else. It's like I'm like, oh, hey, Mom's watching. Well, we're gonna do it. Well, like I said, we got the great donut. See, although for barbecue, I go to a place called Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. It features 3 dancing pigs, but it's in Orlando.
Never had. Oh wait a second. Hey, Mom, that's not the same place that we go to, is it?
It's down in Orlando.
Where you and Dad go? She'll type something in the chat here. Oh,
there's a Puke Energy Snort.
Is it Bubbalicious?
Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue. And hey, Go and Shogi, welcome. Good to see you too. How are you? We
had one of those in Brandon for years, and it closed down. Now it's in Einstein Bagels.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I never ate there though.
I guess Tina said the ultimate donut apple fritter is at Tim Hortons.
Ooh, so, I love
Dancing Pigs.
Apple.
What? Dancing Pigs? What? It's got 3 dancing pigs in their logo.
Yeah, and they got little flames coming up from their feet.
I think so. And maybe I'd have to look and find out. But yeah, they actually had several around Orlando, Altamont, that whole area, and then they closed down over the years, except for the one I go to. So, but that's how bad barbecue is up here. Because if you know,
one that we go to, my parents, every time we go into town, that's where we go eat, and it starts with a B.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not Bubbaloo. I don't know why I got put in my head.
It's okay.
Bubba's. I think, isn't it called Bubba's?
Well, she said Bubba Brandon close to Valrico.
Yeah, but Mom, where is it that we go when we come into town to see you guys? It's the one you like to go there all the time and eat. You like to get their salad, some kind of barbecue salad. I forgot the name. It's not the tip of my tongue, but it's really good. I love, fried corn. Did not know that was a thing.
Oh my God. Fried corn on the cob is one of the best inventions anywhere.
Oh, I did not know you could. It's like,
hey, listen, I'm surprised you don't realize that I hadn't learned. In the South, we fry everything. Fried roadkill. I mean, go to the fair, you get fried butter, you get fried Twinkies, fried Oreos. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, Snorter Poop.
Well, I'm half American and I'm half Cuban, so.
Hey, Fallout Dave.
I got more Cuban Hispanic food in my diet than we got some American stuff, but for the most part, we ate a lot of Cuban food because a lot of the Cuban dishes are really cheap and they're poor man's dinners. So it's just easier for my mom to fix and, feed us.
Right.
So
I really like Puerto Rican food, especially with the empanadas.
Oh, they got good stuff too.
Rice, beans, that type of stuff. The pork. Yeah. It's a lot of they're very similar, but they also have their distinctive differences too. So.
Yeah, a pastela to them is different than for the Cubans. It's interesting how different words have different meanings, and even in the food thing between the two cultures, it's interesting.
Bubba Q's.
That's it. Yeah.
There you go. Okay, so it's close. That is close, but I bet Snorter.
But we did have one with the little dancing pigs. I remember that, and we never ate there. It was right there in Brandon. And yeah, we never ate there. No.
Yeah, well, it's so funny. I'm known to start food talks everywhere. I was in a stream today chatting.
I'm the same way. I love talking about food.
Well, our friend Mark D with a C has a Sunday Night Geekery channel where they talk comics and really geekery stuff. He finally added a food segment to it because of me, because everybody kind of got mad. not when you don't talk geek and sci-fi or comics, it was like, what's this stuff? I was like, so we added a food segment because, we kept coming in. So, here, I pulled up barbecues real quick.
They have great barbecue. I love.
Take a look at that in Brandon. So, all right, we'll take a look right here. Yeah, and there's your pig up here. Oh, got the flame here. There's the little piggy up there. Real pig grill. Oh, looks good. Collards.
Oh, yeah, those collards are. They are good. I'm gonna eat the pot.
Those look like sweet potato waffle fries, though.
Nah, need that. If you eat barbecue, just go in for the.
Oh man,
going for the calories,
Yeah, go for the real stuff. But that is neat. I like, yeah. But yeah, that's
potato salad's amazing. Their baked beans are amazing. Oh gosh, our sides are just everything is really good there. I do love to eat there. And there's one down closer to Mom and Dad, I think, and Bradenton. Because they moved. Dad wanted to retire close to the beach, so they're in a beach town now. They are. Slap your grandma good. What I call wake the dead good.
I still, as Southern as I am, I've never got to slap your mama or grandma saying, but yes.
Well, I have another saying. My grandmother, she would say in Spanish, but I'll translate. She would say, "It's so good it'll wake the dead."
Oh gosh, there you go.
So I took it from her. Now I go around saying that.
This here is Texas toast, though, Snortopoopas, that we're seeing here. Here.
I don't know I can't remember if it's garlic or if it's just toasted. All the other sides are so good, it really overshadows the bread, and that's saying a lot for me. And because I love bread. Love bread.
Oh, it's got one in Brandon. What? I was in Chiefland at a campground last year. Wow. Brandon, Chiefland, Crystal River, Dade City, East Lakeland, and North Lakeland. So they've got different locations around Florida. So, but it really looks good from that. So 20 minutes in, first topic is food. Go figure. That's why people always say, like, what are we going to talk about? It naturally happens, so. But here's the whole menu here. We'll take a look at this. So, because we're talking food, because Erika loves food. She had her snack. She got her donut. She was snacking.
I love good food.
Yeah, and you were snacking on popcorn before your son brought the donut in. What a good kid.
Yeah.
You're there.
Well, he snuck in, and he's waving at me, and he goes, "There's 2 left. You want one?" And I was like, "Yeah, one for you, one for me."
Quick, get one before Dad gets the, they're all gone.
Dad's kind of on his own.
Yeah.
We'll say his own diet plan.
I believe me, I've had that. I got to go to the doctor Monday. I'm sure they're going to remind me of stuff like that, but we can still dream about food too. So, but yes, exactly. So let's see. There's one. If I missed anybody, I apologize. But like Fallout Dave said, you can fry anything down here. And Go and Shuggy says, "Your frying fixes everything. It heals and destroys the heart."
That's so true.
Yes. Exactly.
I had never had fried corn. I mean, it does not. We always put it in a pot with some butter and just kind of put it on the stove. But to fry it, that was a new concept for me. And when, oh gosh, once you'll never go back. Once you've had fried corn, you'll never go back.
No. But it's got to be fried. You got to get it fried good. Sometimes they don't fry it, but yeah.
I can't compare it to anything else, but as far as I can tell, what they have here at barbecues is really good. I could eat. Just give me the pot. Forget this little bowl. Like, what's this? Just let me go in the back and just.
Well, Erika will know about the porta potty if we do many more late nights with Dad Mans, and we actually streamed the late night show that I'd done for a while, but I had to kind of back off to get to bed earlier for a bit. We called it From Fruitcakes to Porta Potties because one Friday night on National Fruitcake Day, we spent an hour and a half talking about fruitcakes. The next show on Wednesday, we spent an hour and a half on porta potties, and then I got a porta potty dumped out on my front yard out there while they were doing road work.
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
I did use it though. It smelled like flowers. It's the cleanest porta potty known to man. I'm telling you. It's just
Was that sarcasm, or are you for real?
No, I'm serious. It smelled like flowers.
I wasn't sure.
It smelled beautiful. It's like, geez.
Someone brought their poopery.
Yeah, poopery. That's a great name.
You ever heard of poopery?
No, I've heard of potpourri, but poopery.
Hold on a second. I got to show you then. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'll be right back.
All right. And Go and Shogi said you can make rubber boot Michelin star if your batter is good enough. Give me kid caught up in the chat while you're looking at. Yeah, Mark D with a C with the clam pizza. Yes. Oh my God. Your grandmother. Go and Shogi said my grandma never said anything is cute. She got the sailor language from her husband. Yeah, no more unicorn ice cream.
One of my Cuban grandmother had quite the mouth. And then my other grandmother was sweet grandma.
Oh well, I tell you, you and Lorena can share grandma stories. I know.
You can find this.
Hold on, let me put you on. Let me move you to the.
I'm trying to get it.
Yeah, there we go. It's on solo layout.
Okay, it's not focusing.
No.
And I see. Okay, here we go. There you go. See, poopery.
Wow, it's
like
poop.
It's an oil. It's like it's a scented oil. You spray it in the commode. You do your thing, and it doesn't smell like shit. Who knew?
Now you know Erika is completely comfortable on the channel because she, for the first time I ever heard her cuss somewhere. So you're welcome. Good job.
Oh no, I've
hey, it's okay. Use the word. I'm fine with it. I just, it's the first time I think I've remembered you saying it.
Gap after dark, laughing.
Yes, Go and Shogi said it's a pro move. So the more you know.
I bought this for the flight when we came back last year because some airline bathrooms. So this is my travel. When I fly, I bring this with me. You're welcome.
I never expected. We've gone from food to toilet humor in like 2.3 seconds. God, this is fun. All right. Well, let's look at the menu real quick, shall we? After talking about the number 2. Well, what comes up comes out too, so But they got the fried green tomatoes, Bubba nuggets, which are corn nuggets.
Ooh, I didn't know they have fried green tomatoes unless that's something new.
Might be.
I love fried green tomatoes. Oh, they're so good.
Look up here, redneck nachos. Definitely southern. Crinkle cut fries, melted cheddar, pulled pork, and tractor grease. Tractor grease.
Tractor grease. What?
That's what it says. It's got to be the cheese. I'm looking at the picture over here. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Stuart Poopus is wondering about TSA now with that stuff. Oh my God. We got 13 people watching. Thank y'all so much. Share out the stream if you don't mind. Hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already. We do stuff like this all the time. We appreciate this. This I knew was going to be a fun show, and we're not even 30 minutes in, and it could be a 10-hour stream at this point. But Erika has to go to bed though at some point. Me, I stay up all night. I'm a mutant. They call it rabbit food, the salads. Oh, that's interesting. So
my grandmother used to call salads rabbit food. She used to complain. Look at this. What is this? This isn't food. This is rabbit food. This is what rabbits eat.
Exactly. You need meat. You're gonna get skinny. You're gonna, all this.
Well, she was diabetic and she didn't like eating salads. Apparently, she thought of it as not real food, as rabbit food. And so the whole time she'd be eating it, she'd be bitching. Like this isn't real food. This.
I know when you get that.
It was quite interesting.
Yeah, I gotta get better. I had to get salads for a while and stuff like that and all that too. And it just like it takes an adjustment and you can learn how to kind of do it in some ways, but it's not as fun. Go and Shogi said, to be fair, the after is a concern when tractor grease is on the menu. Okay.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Tom calls coleslaw rabbit phlegm. Oh, nice, Tom.
I'm never going to forget that now.
Nope, rabbit phlegm.
I don't want to know how he knows that. Did you have rabbit?
Apparently that's new for you.
I have so many questions now.
apparently it's a new one for your mom, too.
Says, so. That's a new one.
Yes, gochujang. Yeah. Yeah. See, my dad loves shit on a shingle. I like it. Looked like vomit.
What is that?
It's basically bread with white sawmill gravy, or you can get chipped beef gravy. Chipped beef. Like
okay, yeah, jar. we would get the frozen packs of the chipped beef and eat it over toast for breakfast. That's
shit on a shingle. I don't know. I give me regular bits and gravy, but yeah, that's what it's called, shit on a shingle. My dad told me about it out of the Coast Guard. So
my dad loves. I'm gonna tell him that next time I see him. You that's shit on his shingle for breakfast, Dad.
There you go. Tom had pet rabbits when he was a kid. So sound doesn't do any good. Trying to dress. Exactly. I do too.
Yeah, I'm the same way. It has to be really saturated in the dressing, because the dressing is the best part.
Exactly.
Unless there's cucumbers. I love cucumbers.
Yeah, I do too. They're good. Well, they got sides. They got fried okra. Do you like fried okra?
I love fried okra.
Thank you. I do too. My wife hates any type of okra. That's what's so crazy. So, yeah, she hates it all.
But that's the only. I don't like the mushy stewed type okra. The only kind I like is the battered and fried.
Well, let me tell you a story. But the great Wes Cagle, my Wednesday night co-host, is in here. Hell to you, Wes Cagle. And Follow the Bradley's Fun is with us tonight.
Hey, Ron, what's up?
What menu is this? You want to tell them which menu this is? Since it's
a barbecue place called Bubba Q's that we go and eat with my parents when we go to Florida to visit. I don't know if they have any locations in Orlando. I would think they would. But there's one in Brandon, which is a suburb of Tampa, and I do believe there's one. I think there's one by Mom and Dad's down in Bradenton. I know there's one in Ruskin by my in-laws, or Sun City Center is where they're at.
They had one in Brandon, Chiefland, Crystal River, Dade City, East Lakeland, and North Lakeland.
All right, so they would probably Lakeland, I guess, would be your closest one,
right?
If you're in Orlando.
Yeah, wow, we got 15 people. Thank you, everybody. Good to see you guys, West and Ron. Thank you for coming in tonight. Everybody else is there. Erika, all we need is Uncle Tom here. That's on the shingle.
That's my uncle, her brother. Oh man, you want to talk about him? Woo! I would love to see him in chat. I think he'd have everybody rolling.
Oh my gosh! Oh, your mom said Bradenton closed. Okay.
Ah, that sucks.
See, Ron, this came up because I talked about Bubbaloo's Bodacious Barbecue, which is in Orlando, and there's only one or two of those left too. So, a lot of businesses are closing down. So that's what's the sad thing is, especially these places like this that are. You just get the memories. The food's good. I mean, like fried okra. Like you said, you don't eat the steamy stewed stuff. Well, my kid is like our friend Martin D with a C. My kid is the honorary polar bear. Will eat octopus, tentacles, all that kind of crazy stuff.
One day will eat that. He'll try anything once.
My kid would took in front of my wife one day. Got the stewed okra. And with all the little dots, all the seeds in it, strung it up high. My wife was about to get ill at the table. It was like, stop that. I'm getting sick now. But it was, yes. See, yeah, that's what he call it. Shit on the shingle. Yeah, there you go. But
I've never heard it called that. We always just called it chipped beef. Who knew?
Exactly. Good food is everything. Like some of the best biscuits and gravy looks disgusting, but it's good. Yeah.
I love homemade biscuits and gravy. I will make it only once a year.
Oh,
Christmas morning breakfast. I make it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to meet Uncle Tom then after this kind of rousing introduction. So thank you, 17 of y'all. Wow. Appreciate y'all being here tonight with us. Thank you so much. We will get to learn more about Erika at some point after we talk food. This kind of is what happens, Erika. But that's staples of barbecue places. Collard greens.
I love barbecue.
Fried okra, fried corn on the cob. Steamed broccoli seems to still be a little bit out of place, but it's okay.
Nah, yeah. You don't do broccoli with barbecue. Come on now.
No, I know. I got you. I'm just being a little gracious to people that might need it. So, So yes. All right. And hello, Melody Short Music. Welcome in. Great to see you. So, like I run in the crawl at the bottom, please make sure you hit that like button, and we appreciate you subscribing because I do this type of show quite often where I pick a guest. In a couple weeks, I'll have Sam, the military wife, on with me. We've had several other people. We've had Lorena on these shows, and then sometimes I do random chats, Fortnite streams, and West and I do a crazy thing on Wednesday night. So we appreciate y'all all being here tonight, and I really appreciate Erika staying up late to come. Yes, Ron. Yes. Have you ever been?
Oh, Lambert's Cafe.
Have you ever been? There's one in Alabama. There's one up in Missouri. It's the home of the
like soul food.
It's kind of country-ish, but they're mostly famous for the throne rolls. It was so bad, and I love those type of puffy yeast roll things. Yes,
the honey butter.
I don't know about the honey butter. I'll pull that up in a second. But it was so bad, we had to tell the people to quit throwing the rolls to us because Ang had gotten like 10 rolls packed up on there. I couldn't eat the bread fast enough. Speaking, this man from Malaysia comes in anytime there's food. Sashi, the great Sashi, he's the king of recipes around here for stuff like that. So there's 2 in Missouri, and they have what they call pass rounds. Basically, you order your meal, and they'll walk around with like fried okra or something else, and they'll just put extra food on your plate.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So is it one of those places where it's like family style and you just sit with a bunch of random people?
No.
And they'll just kind of bring food out?
No, you sit with your parties. And like I would order chicken and dumplings. You might order chopped steak or something like that. We get our meals. But when they come around, they throw the rolls to you, and they also bring stuff in big bowls like fried okra or slaw or something. And then if you want some of the pass rounds that they call them, it's like you get extra sides with your meal. Yeah, exactly. Nice. Yes, there's one in Alabama.
Throw the rolls at you. That's fun for kids.
Well, to the parent, you're like, please stop. We got no room on the table. Yeah. Oh, your mom's asking about a place in Georgia. And whatever is all you can eat, but you eat so much bread. We eat so much bread. Who wants any regular food? So the boarding house, where is that in Georgia?
So the boarding house is I can't explain it. It is what I just explained, where you walk in, you literally just sit with random strangers, and whatever is on the menu for that day is what you get, and they just bring it out in big bowls, and you just pass you're eating with family. Now, what's interesting is that this restaurant does not have any advertising. There's no signs, no signage. It is literally just this barn looking of a building. When you drive by it, you wouldn't even know it's a restaurant. It's literally word of mouth only. And it's been there apparently for years. And it is the place in Warner Robins, Georgia for Southern food. And that banana pudding, oh my gosh, they make it from scratch.
Wow. Okay.
Even the pudding. And they put this marshmallow topping on top. And it is like...
I've not had banana with marshmallow topping, but that's wonderful though. And he's right; they'll throw it across the restaurant at you.
Oh gosh, jeez.
Yeah, they will. So
people just kind of get hit with random. Boom.
Yeah, well, they throw
it. I'd be there with my purse.
Yeah,
exactly. Give me some more.
There you go. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, Tina, you gotta come to the States sometime. So Go and Sugar says fried green beans deserve more attention. So. Somebody's got to define the thrown fried pickles.
Battered and fried? Because I've had battered and fried green beans, like in tempura. They do that a lot in Japan. And like in the carnivals too. But just fried? No, I have not had just like naked fried baked green beans. But I have had them battered and fried. And yes, they are freaking delicious.
Well, look at Sashi. He sensed a disturbance in the force as if someone I was subscribed to was talking about the food. The Mrs. Boarding shows, he's always coming in giving her extra recipes, and she'll stop and she'll do it and stuff like that. It's like, he told me about a game though in Malaysia that like it's like volleyball with your feet, tap rock, chopra or something, I think. So, but yeah, it's like it's like playing volleyball with your feet. So Sashi's comes in all kinds of great cultural things for us. So, and Carol, your mom said it reminds her of an old barracks. So, so yes, all kinds breaded and fried are great too. So, all right. Oh, deep fried Oreos. Yeah, you come to a Southern Fare.
I've had those, and they were okay. I guess I'm just more I guess the OGs, like what we had in the 80s and 90s for carnival food. And when they started bringing all this new fried everything on scene, I just kind of was like, nah, I'm good with the funnel cakes.
Yeah.
I'm good with the elephant ears.
The corn dog, stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm very basic like that when it comes to carnival food.
Yeah, CPAC Talk Raw. That's the game. Let's take a real quick look at the rest of this menu, then we'll take a look at the other. Then we'll talk about you. But hey, it's fun. This is kind of how we do streams around here. We just have a conversation, and that's where we go. And and
I don't think the prices are that bad for what you get because their portions. I mean, you walk out of there full, and you usually do have leftovers on your plate to bring home.
The pick 2, pick 3. That's about. I mean, considering half a chicken, 3 ribs. I mean, that's about normal. I mean, for a lot of places. I know one place you get 2 meats or 3 meats for $19.99, but you only get like quarter of a chicken. So, but yeah, it really looks good. It looks, man, they do. They have funnel cake fries too.
Yeah, I have not made it to the desserts because I'm so full from eating my entree that I haven't made it that far. I just you get so full, you just.
I love people not taking responsibility for the content of the stream. That's completely that of your host, because we always do that. Have you ever had a fried PB&J though?
No.
I had one at a fair at the National Peanut Festival in Dothan, Alabama, a few years ago.
Oh,
they're actually not bad. They're worth trying though.
I have had. There's this place in New York City. I've never been to New York City, but there is, or there used to be. I don't know if it's still. Yeah, I don't know if they're still there, but it was called the PB company, or the peanut butter company. Anyway, they started selling their different flavors of peanut butter, and you could find their peanut butter in the stores. And they had one that was chocolate peanut butter, so it's peanut butter with chocolate mixed. And on their restaurant menu, I saw this. I think it was on Food Network, one of those food shows, and they had a banana and peanut butter and chocolate bacon sandwich. So I made one. Oh, it was great.
That's
Loved
so cool.
it.
That's so cool. Yeah, the prices look reasonable compared to everything else that I'm used to seeing and stuff. So, it might be it looks like a Texas toast, whether it's garlic or not. I mean, but
I forget if it's garlic or not. I don't think it is, because if it were garlic, I would really remember that, because I love garlic bread.
Yeah, a lot of places do serve the cornbread though as an option, especially when they have the collards and greens. That's why I was curious about whether it was that they had that on the menu. Now, Shogi wants to freeze peanut butter. Yes, freeze peanut butter jelly without the bread batter and fry into bites. It really is. It really is good. Oh, it's plain toast. Okay, all right.
Okay, so it's just plain toast.
Works. Yeah. All right. Well, oh my gosh, that was a fun subject. I do want to find real quick, and we're going to spend time talking about your husband, and the channel and stuff. But while we're on food, I want to show you this in case the people in Orlando, I don't because I also want to show you the dancing pigs, because it's really, really cool. Gotta find it. So the one I go to is right by Universal Studios though, on Conroy. So if you go to Universal, you'll find it right there. So
that's good to know.
Yeah, don't tell me they changed. Here, I'll bring it up from this screen here. You see This is the barbecue labels, the Three Dancing Pig.
Yeah, we used to have that restaurant. It was in Brandon. I remember it, and now it's a Bagels Einstein now.
Okay, yeah, because they had a number of them really around Orlando, and one of the others out near UCF just closed down recently when somebody retired. I was at the one at Conroy, and a great location because I went to a clap training down there years and years ago, and we would forget barbecue here. We went down there for baby back ribs and things, and I guess a couple of people that were there when I first went there years ago actually bought that location, and they worked to keep it open. And they're outside the building has the Three Dancing Pigs. Their vans have the Three Dancing Pigs.
Yeah.
So it's just like, very. So that's cool. Okay, cool. So that is it's definitely a very unique look. I was trying to see if I can find a better location.
I've never eaten there, so I've always wondered what their barbecue was like.
It's like barbecue at other places, but it's really good. I've always enjoyed it. The qualities, the fries. I always get double, triple fries. See, there's the Dancing Pigs on the.
Yep, the little Dancing Pigs.
Mm-hmm. That's the location I go to. That's the one on Conroy.
Okay.
So if you're ever by Universal's, it's right there by the on Conroy, and when you don't want to eat theme park food, that's where we go many times.
Tell you what, man, Orlando is like a foodie place. Like I get that, eating in the theme parks, is good, but there's so many. Yeah. It looks like there's really good. I wasn't like raised out there, but even the little the tourist trap restaurants, you can kind of tell where they're. We're even curious as what some of those taste like, because some of those have been there for years, and it's like, well, it's got to be good. It's still around, either that or it's just the tourist. It's just what's keeping it alive, Not enough.
Yeah. No. Yeah. Oh, your mom said you did have Bubba's, you just never went there. Yep. Yeah. Well, that's cool.
Oh, I guess I don't remember.
Cool. Sashi likes banana sandwiches. Over here, the most popular way to do bananas is banana fritters. 80-20 mix of all-purpose flour to rice flour to the batter. Deep fry, add grated cheese after frying.
Cheese with a banana?
I'm not sure, but hey, Sashi comes through with the.
I was expecting like caramel or chocolate to come out of the banana cheese.
See, that's the thing is I'm not really a cheese person, so it's.
I'm not either. I'm really. Now, Raph loves cheese. Mm-hmm. Like, whoa, we're talking Urkel level cheese. Yeah.
Yep.
Loves cheese, and I'm always getting on him about be careful with your cheese intake. Like that can kind of hurt you. Later down the road,
if you can, in proportion, and you get back on the wagon, it could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
I'm like, you can have anything in moderation. Just please pace yourself.
I know it's great. It's hard to sometimes. That's like my problem in the donut shop. It's like, I could eat half the box like in no times.
And the old fashioned glazed donut. If you can master a glazed donut,
yeah,
and then the rest of what you have is probably just gold on a platter.
Yeah, Sashi says the cheese is optional. So
okay.
So, but Snort Poops had the Dixie Pig. Had the best Carolina style barbecue. See, that's something that's changed in the years. Before it was just barbecue. Now we got Carolina with the mustard sauce. We got the St. Louis ribs versus the other ribs. It's like back in the 70s, it just was like, hey, there's food. It's barbecue. But now we got all these different things. It's kind of interesting.
Yeah. Ralph loves the South Carolina style barbecue with the vinegar. He loves vinegar based things. He likes bitter. I'm the opposite. I don't like things that are bitter.
Yeah. I like more of a sweet sauce though too. But this is the Lamberts, like Ron had said. Lamberts, throwrolls.com. Yes, they.
I see now. They're throwing the rolls.
Yeah, it's like it's served with two sides in the pass round. So it's like I said, is they bring stuff like in a metal bowl, like mixing
That's
bowl.
A big restaurant. That place is huge.
It is huge, but that place is packed. My wife would sit, if my wife was watching this, she would be laughing again, kind of like, yeah, Dad Man loves this place, talks all about it. But the first time he went, he was so angry and mad and pouting because we went there because we had to wait 2 hours or something. It's one of those you have to wait
Ooh,
a while.
wow.
Yeah, but it's a place that you hit. But I was like, yeah, you know why? Because they ran me out of the Pensacola Naval Air Museum. I was still looking at stuff. They ran me off to Alabama. It might have been off to Alabama. I wanted to go all through Alabama, but no, they had to go eat. So sorry. It's a rant. Those happen from time to time. So rice flour gives it a crunch, not too much. Too much rice flour makes it crumble too easy. Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, let's see. Yeah, the pass rounds. This is really cool. This
Ooh.
type of their menus here. They got a lot of stuff, but I'm trying to see if they have.
I love ham. Oh, love ham steaks.
I do too. My kid and I do, but my wife does not like it. I mean, this is the type of food they have there. Hog jowl. Wow, that's southern. There's chicken. There's chicken pot pie.
Pie. Raph loves pot pies. He'd probably order that.
If you get here, there's one in Alabama. Ooh, though. Dumplings. Yep. Catfish. So they got. I'm trying to see if they have an example of the. Okay, you got your sides here. The
white beans. You don't see that very much.
Nope. It's very southern.
Oh, that is southern.
Now these are extra sides you can get, but here these are the pass arounds: the apple butter, macaroni and tomatoes, fried potatoes and onions, black eyed peas, fried okra. That's what they'll bring in around in a big pot in a big bowl, and then those pass arounds are what are free.
Apple butter. I love apple butter. So good.
I know it's really really an interesting thing. So let's see. I'm trying to find an image of the throw rolls. Let's see, because I want to show you. Because I mean, they literally will throw them across. Like here's one here. Here's a good picture of it. Right here. He's throwing them, and they will throw them all the way across the restaurant.
That's so funny.
It's
I want to experience this.
Cool.
I should bring my laundry basket and be like, fill her up.
There you go. Foley, Alabama. It's near Foley, Alabama. And Ron said earlier there's 2 in Missouri. I think the original locations were in Missouri, but at least if you can get to Foley, Alabama, there you have it. So I said on the east coast of Malaysia, banana fritters are dipped in sauce made from chili and sweet soy sauce.
Oh.
That seems interesting.
Sweet
gosh.
Soy sauce.
Go and Shaggy said there's a restaurant in Ohio that does half a hogshead main course.
Oh, wow.
That, I don't know if I could try that.
Oh, I would.
Hogshead. Oh, you
would? Growing up, one of the things that Cubans do is we'll take a full pig and we'll put it in the ground and smoke it in the ground for like 2 days.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And yeah, the whole pig. Like, yep. Not cuts. Like, yeah. And I remember picking at the pig's head and pig's feet when one of my grandparents' neighbors did that, and they invited the entire block, the whole street, and everybody just took home. This hog was huge. If you could see the size of my desk, is probably the size of this big desk that I have. This pig was huge.
Yeah.
And my grandfather, for whatever reason, somehow ended up with the head. I remember it being on the table, and I was just picking at it. It was good. It's meat, crazy. Smoked meat.
Well, I know, especially in the Puerto Rican, and I think with the Cubans too, pork is a very big part of the menu and stuff. And because most of the dishes I've seen at those restaurants, involve pork. Now, is a Cuban sandwich really Cuban, or is that kind of just something America's kind of made up in a way?
So with Cuban food, I think my dad could answer that more accurately. I want to say it was something that's more in the States that was maybe perfected or embellished on. I know nowadays, and I assume it's been this way for a while, Cuba no longer has the traditional Cuban food that we know, that we all know of in America, and even if they have or are able to make the some of the traditional Cuban food, It's not common, and you have to have the money, the means to even find the ingredients in the food to make that. And that's not every Cuban story in Cuba. So it's there's a running for the most part, the reputation down there now is you're not going to find real Cuban food in Cuba, and even if you do, it's not going to taste anything like what you would get in the States, because it's just hard to find anything.
Right. Right.
And
there's a YouTube channel for a lot of different reasons, but
there's a YouTube channel we came across very recently, and he's one of those docuseries kind of guys where he puts together documentaries, but he's really good at it. I think his name is Elliot. And he very recently went to Cuba and did a whole series on Cuba. And he did a deep dive. Really fast. My dad even watched it. I had sent a video to my mom, and she was like, "Oh, we're watching those videos too. Daddy came across it, too." And I'm like, "Oh, that's interesting. We all came across the same, YouTuber at the same time." And it's so good. I really want to share it with you guys. I'm going to see if I can find this.
Okay.
Elliot, Raph, if you're watching, could you message me? Is it Elliot or is it the other guy? Because there's two guys that we follow that have this similar style of content. And they're both good.
Wow.
Actually, if you just type...
Go and Shogi says half a head feeds about 8. Pigs are awesome. Yeah.
Okay, Adventure Elliot. That's the name of the channel.
Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend watching and watch the videos in order. I think there's
if you want to put the link in the private chat, I can add it from there.
Let's see here.
Yeah. And your mom said, there's very little food in Cuba. That's what's sad. And we don't do politics and things like that here now, but it's sad to hear that, because the tradition of the food and all that stuff, and you sit there and see all the cruise ships and you see all the things that make it look like it's very nice, but to hear that's sad.
It's good stuff. I mean, he's got all kinds of other. He travels and and there's another guy that's like him that does similar content. I love documentaries. I think they're fast, especially when it's about like culture, and different countries, and he doesn't get really political. He's very just this is just how it is here. He doesn't get into the politics, which is what I liked about the documentary, because it allows you to kind of come to your own conclusions on things, but he does showcase in the raw what life really is like down there, without all of the without all the fluff, because there is a lot of fluff in going down there.
But like I said, cruise ships, you see is the cruise
exactly
and the stuff, and
they're only going to see what they want you to see. You're not going to see the real Cuba.
The one time I traveled out of this country, and the one cruise I ever went on, I was like 12, went with my parents. No other kids went on the trip. There's only one video game on the whole damn ship. That was the worst trip ever of my life, because there was nothing for me to do. None of the kids went, and was like, but the days before they did stuff for kids on cruises, the most depressing thing was going to the Bahamas. We stopped in Freeport, which are like 2 tugboats and a mine or something, and watching the kids swim out in the water for people throwing change overboard, and just even the asshole parts of it. It was kind of sad looking at stuff like that when you see what's happening in real life. Speaking of real life, Gap's challenging me in my foreign languages. Dad, man, you can't read my comment in Spanish. Well, hey. Arroz con habichuelas.
Oh, arroz con habichuelas is good. Yeah, it is.
Arroz con habichuelas. See, Gap, 4 years of Spanish. I can at least get Spanish sort of right. Don't ask me about French, German, or trying to do a British accent. Good day, you old chap. Would you like a spot of tea? So, 9.
British accents are funny because
depending
on what
sorry
because depending on the region of like Britain you're from, apparently the accents vary. I can't pick up on the difference.
Then you get the Cockney. Then you get that Cockney thing. My wife could do the Cockney, not with. But yes, see, I impressed Gap. See, Spanish, I have a chance. Any other language, forget it. But hey, I'm trying to learn some Russian. But yes, rice. But what is your favorite? I see. Like I say, I like anything rice and beans. But what is your true favorite Cuban, Latin? What is your favorite dish from? I'd say from your homeland. You know, Cuba. From
the Cuban sandwich.
You like the Cuban sandwich?
Okay, right. So aside from the Cuban sandwich, I'm torn between that or, believe it or not, the Cuban steak sandwich. It's a palomilla steak, and it's fried with onions and garlic. Very, very basic, very simple. And you put it between Cuban bread, and you press it with the sandwich presser, and you got to have cooked onions on that, and my mouth is watering just talking about it. And then to complete it, eat it with this soda. It's a Spanish soda called Mateba, and it pairs perfectly together. If you like cream sodas, it's kind of in that flavor profile. But it does have a flavor all its own. So I don't want to say it's just like a cream soda, but it's kind of in that flavor profile. And that usually when we go out to eat back home, I will order the steak sandwich. Raph will order the Cuban sandwich, and because the sandwiches are huge, they're either this big or like this big. They're depending on the restaurant. They are massive, so you can easily split any of these Cuban sandwiches with anyone you're with. So we will split both, and I'll have half a steak, half a Cuban, and he will have half a steak, half a Cuban. So we can knock 2 birds out with 1 stone when we're back home eating, and we're literally eating our way through, we're getting our food fix, our American fix when we go back home to visit. So it's always at the top of the list is to get, the Cuban sandwich and the steak sandwich.
That's cool, especially when you can split different things and you try some of it, because sometimes it's hard to decide what you want. You want all
we do it all the time. You get this, I'll get that, and we'll just pick off each other's plates. We do that.
Exactly. Well, we're going to transition from the food talk after over an hour on it. God. Hey, and listen, you could come on. We do another stream. We're still about to talk about food and have a completely different discussion, I know. But tell us about yourself and some of your interests. One thing I want to focus on is, folks, if you were with me a couple weeks ago, Erika had a bright golden background, almost like very, very golden, very bright. And now we've gotten the more dark colors, the purple. You notice the poster from inside the Haunted Mansion right there, the one that freaked me out as a kid. You apparently really love Halloween. Do you want to tell us about how you got into Halloween and
how I got into this,
and how you got this, and how you come up with these ideas to create like your background there?
Oh gosh, so growing up, I always loved Halloween. Getting dressed, getting candy. It was the candy more than anything because I love sweets. But then the creative side was always the bonus. And we went to, we were stationed at Kadena, which is Okinawa, Japan, for 3 years. And I noticed in military communities on base, a lot of these military families really go all out, especially overseas. And there is a thing where you're kind of overcompensating for being overseas. Like you really want to feel like you're home away from home. Right. So getting anything that feels American is going to be played up even more. So Halloween is one of those areas where it is just, you thought the 1980s was big with Halloween and the trick-or-treating going door to door. It is on steroids like that in an overseas military community. And I have never been in the military, I wasn't raised in this lifestyle or culture. So it was really kind of fascinating to see these military housing and how creative these families would get, to how they decorated, to even what they would pass out for treats. Like there were houses that would have food spreads, chili, like to-go chili, walking tacos, shots and hot cocoa, you know, for like shots for adults, hot cocoa for kids. And I was just like, oh my gosh, I've never seen Halloween on this scale. So fast forward years later, we are here in 2018. We came back. Technically, this is our second tour here in Germany. And because we're civilians right now, we have to live in the German economy. Base housing is not extended to DoD civilians out here. So we already kind of knew the area and knew the houses and villages where we wanted to live. So we came to this one village, which was our number one pick. And thankfully enough, they even had houses available, because the village that we're in is the most highly sought out village for Americans to want to rent in. And we were having the hardest time getting a place. So one of our church friends said, hey, let me contact my property manager, see if he has any homes available, you know, in here. And he did. He had one house here and one house in the village over next to us. And I saw this house, and Raph looked at me and he goes, oh, I already know what you're thinking. And I said, what? You can't possibly know what I'm thinking. He's like, oh, I know you. You are so thinking Halloween right now with this house. I said, okay, but doesn't it not look like the Haunted Mansion from Disneyland?
Wow.
It's got this mansion-esque look to it, to the front. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, you know, look, if the government's paying for this, why not? You know, I'm like, we're not going to be able to have anything like this going back to the States. So let's just do it now. Enjoy it while we can, you know, and whatever. So what I didn't know is the village that we were in was also known for Halloween.
Oh, wow.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Oh, man.
I honestly, I thought, okay, it's cute. You know, I could really play it up, you know, not just for Halloween, but throughout the year, because it really is a beautiful house, just objectively speaking. And you can really do so much with it all year round for decorating. And so the first year we were here, we went to Ramstein. We went to military housing because that's just culturally what we're used to. And we figured, well, surely trick-or-treating is going to be more of a thing on base than off base. No, wow. Apparently not. So we went on base. And of course, it's what we have always, you know, what we expected. We came home that Halloween driving into the neighborhood, and there were all of these houses really decorated and all these people in costume. And I looked at Ralph and I said, wait a second. You mean to tell... Hold on a second.
Well, your mom is saying, Mama loves your house. It's amazing. Hoping they can go back.
I heard something, and it better not be a bug. If I go screaming and flying, you know why?
Oh, cool.
Okay. Anyway.
All right. Well, your mom loves your house. Your mom loves the house, says hoping they can go back.
It is. It is a nice house. And, you know, like I said, you know, that's one of the perks of being out here. The government does give us a housing allotment so we can afford. We would never be able to afford the house that we're in the States. Yeah. Absolutely not.
But the base trick-or-treating was disappointing compared to the village trick-or-treating?
Well, honestly, it was about the same. And I looked at Raph and I said, why are we driving on base, fighting the crowds when we don't have to? We can just stay home and we can do our own thing, you know? Yeah. So we drove onto our street, and our street was just lit. I mean, and I found out throughout that year that where we live, our village, the event of the year is Halloween.
Right.
And what I didn't know either is that the local, so what you have to understand about Germany is that each village has its own governance. So we have our own village mayor. And it's kind of cute because these villages are small. They could be either really big as like a suburb.
Yeah, because I was going to ask you about that. Because how do they compare like to American cities? Because people just tell me like in parts of England, even like areas of London, or even in Germany, they're more like most people walk places.
It's so different.
Here in the States, we have to have a car, but is it? I guess more. Do y'all walk most places, or just depends?
It depends on the village. Some villages are large enough that you don't really need to leave the village. You can literally walk anywhere to get your groceries, banking, even going to church, all your day-to-day stuff, school, anything. But our village is so small that we're kind of limited on that. We actually have to go to the village next door to really get into more grocery shopping and getting into the nitty gritty. But we can go on base. Obviously, we do a lot of our shopping on base because, even though it's cheaper to shop off base, that's a whole other subject. Yeah. But we're creatures of habit. I like my American stuff. And if I have to pay more for it, so be it, whatever. Sue me. Yep. Anyway. So I started finding out that the local council here advertises Halloween in our village in a local newspaper. Like they really put money into advertising Halloween here for trick-or-treating. And I was just like, you mean to tell me Germans are really into trick-or-treating? Well, over the years, what I have found out is it's popular in our area because this area is so heavily saturated with American military. I mean, we're the largest base in the DoD. And we're literally 50-50 with the Germans in terms of the population here. So there's about 60,000 German families to about 60,000 American families that are out here. So we're really... and we are in what's known Little America for Europe. So we're kind of living, I can compare it to Miami. Miami's called Little Havana.
Right, yeah.
We're in that situation. So we can literally within this area go anywhere and not really needing to have to know German.
That's interesting. Yeah.
However, you're still in their country. And I would advise people try, still try. Because it's just rude to expect, the English language. So I never expect it.
It's just interesting to have that concept. I mean, we think about, little China here, little Havana here. We don't even think of it. Then same thing happens over in other countries. And Dave C., welcome, Dave. Yeah. He's a former military guy himself. So, it's interesting. Your mom also said Halloween in your neighborhood is on steroids. So
yeah, if you go to my channel, because we didn't know, for the last, I would say 3 years, we haven't known from one year to the next, are we going to be here another Halloween? So last year, I really didn't know if we were going to be here this year. And we still don't know. There's a possibility we may not be here this Halloween. So I went all out with, doing a video and really putting my all into the house that I could, creatively speaking, just on the off chance, if this is our last Halloween, I want to go out with a bang, I mean, because I'm not going to be able to probably do Halloween on this scale. I don't know if we'll be able to do it again. I don't know. Right. It just depends on where we end up and what the circumstances will be, but I'm enjoying it while I can. So I found out our neighbors down the road created a Halloween Facebook group for the village. And I mean, when you have a Facebook group for your neighborhood for holidays, it's a big deal.
Definitely.
So that's kind of the history. And so I started.
That brings back some memories for me, which I love, because we have an older neighborhood where the people have died off. Like our kids are in the adults now and stuff. And so when we first bought in here, it's like you could not. Halloween night, I left work early to get home before dark. I got home, we didn't go anywhere. Or if we were out, we went out to dinner. We made sure we didn't come back till after 9. You could barely drive down the streets with people walking or cars on both sides of the road. Now, fortunately, the neighborhood's aged and it's not the same. More neighborhoods nearby, and everybody's gone somewhere else. And that's something I've grown to miss. Is the transitory nature of the neighborhood, because it was always a cool thing seeing everybody walk. I mean, there are good crowds now, but not at all what they used to have here at times.
Well, that's one thing about here is our village is heavily saturated with a lot of rentals, and a lot of Americans rent homes. So the actual landlord who owns this house lives about an hour away from here, and this is just one out of the many homes that he has had built in this village just to rent to Americans. And it's a gold mine for in real estate investors out here that are German, because they're literally taking your entire housing allotment. I mean, think about that. They're literally banking on your living quarter allowance if you're a civilian, or your BAH for if you're active duty. And it's a little gold mine, and the base isn't going anywhere anytime soon. So it's this guy's making bank, and you figure the typical mortgage for a German is 5 to 10 years, and they only mortgage at about 1 to 2% interest rates on their mortgages here too.
Oh, really?
So these mortgages are paid off in a fraction of the time versus what we do in America, which is your typical 30-year mortgage. So these landlords, within 5 to 10 years, they're making full profit off these homes. And this guy owns, I swear this guy owns like half the village. And he's hired someone who lives here to be his property manager, and he manages all the homes in here for him. So that's a little bit behind the scenes of how it on that regard, it's a gold mine for these guys. But then there is a dark side to it, because they take advantage, unfortunately, of the Americans in that way. And active duty, depending on your pay grade and how long you've been in, really depends on what your housing allotment is going to be. And it's not usually as high as what the civilians get out here. So there's not it's very unequal.
Well, see, I believe that
very expensive.
Right. I think that's all the way with rentals nowadays. I mean, I think it's still better than home ownership sometimes in Florida with insurance and different things like that. That's crazy now. But like my kid up in Georgia, they went up $300-400 of rent on them, just like, and had like 3 months to decide. And it's like it's so small, and it seemed like my wife said that like all the landlords in the area kind of get together. They control the rent prices, so it's hard on everybody when you're having to rent and everything.
Yeah, and here they take advantage of the military, and it's all open thing. You can go online, military.com, and you can look at the pay charts. You can look at with dependents or without dependents, and if you're what specific pay grade you are, with how many years time in service. You can literally find out the exact dollar amount of a housing allotment for active duty. It's on the internet, and these landlords, they take advantage of it. I can understand. If I were in their shoes,
don't get me started. Yeah, I don't get me started on college financial aid. I work in that. It's like guaranteed money. Once anybody can smell the guaranteed money, your costs are going. I know, and it's sad, but it's. But then again, the thing is demand. If they can fill it at people willing to pay it, then of course the market's going to bear out what they can
demand
charge.
Is here. So. That's just it. The demand is always here. Yep. I mean, it's so the guy's just it's a gold mine.
Well, let's do something.
So that's how we got in. That's how we got into the Halloween thing.
Well, let's look at some of the cool stuff you have back behind you, because I know Madame Leota's not there tonight. But you have another space, right?
I have her over here. So this is the head of my bride.
Oh my gosh.
I would pick her up, but I think it'd fall apart as much as I have it secured with tape.
Yeah, nothing like duct tape. Yeah, but no, you just once you get it secured, you don't do it because it just the contrast. Like, last time was like it's nice, bright and gold and green, and now it's dark and purple, black. It looks beautiful.
I went with the spring and summery look, and then the Halloween season for home haunters. Apparently, that's what we're called, and that's a new term I've just come to learn.
Oh yeah, and please explain that term too while you're at it.
It's a whole it's a whole niche, and I didn't know that. I forgot. I don't even know how I came across it. I think it was I was searching just for ideas, creative ideas online, and it just came across home haunters, and I'm like, well, what's a home haunt? Oh, it's YouTube. That's what it was. I found some YouTube videos of people that do this as a hobby, and they actually create their own decorations, like digital decorations, and they sell it while they also have their own YouTube channel. So it's like a whole niche. So it's like home haunters. I'm like, that's what is that what I'm called? Is that what I am now? So I Googled it, and sure enough, that's people that are really into Halloween like this, are hobbyists, basically. We're called home haunters, and you will find forums. I only found out just about 2 months ago, they have Halloween conventions for people like us. Didn't know that was a thing until just a few months ago. I would love to go to one of those Halloween conventions. I can't afford anything that are at those conventions, but I am familiar with some of the brands and companies and I didn't know that these conventions were a thing on, but yeah, it's a whole niche, home haunters. That's and it's crazy. It's for people that really, the people that put out those Halloween scare zones, or what do you call them? Like the scary houses, horror houses, or
haunted houses.
Haunted house. And I mean, like the ones that are really scary. Not what I don't do things on a scary level because I love families and kids, so I try to cater more to the not so scary stuff. And I like the cutesy stuff. I'm a typical girl, so it's spooky but not scary. That's kind of my thing. And I love Disney.
There's a
Haunted Mansion was just kind of like
scary versus spooky. I like that's a good difference because see, I never liked the over the top. Like when I grew up, they're big with these chainsaws and blood and everything else everywhere, and those things always scared the crap out of me. I don't like the realism. I like thing. I like the back over your left shoulder. That stupid ballerina on that rope freaked me out as a kid. I'm sitting here thinking this person as a kid. I'm like, oh, that poor girl. It's like all I can think of. Oh God, what if it is real life and she's doing that? I'm like, and she's just so willing to accept her fate. Like, not even. I'm like, all these questions ran through my mind.
Girl.
Yeah,
Florida woman.
I was like, gosh, that stuff bothered me so bad. It's like, it's just. But hey, it's neat. How do you pick this stuff up? What have you done? Have you hit thrift shops? Have you hit?
Oh gosh, especially being overseas.
How are you going to bring it back? How are you going to bring it back?
Oh, the government will ship it back for us. Okay. That's the great thing about moving. Well, that's kind of getting into a different topic, but yes,
that's okay.
The Army will move us back, and if Raph gets a job, and on the other end, wherever he's hired, also if they also include moving expenses, which it's what we call a PCS in the military DoD. Then I mean they move it for free, which is why I haven't been buying a lot of Halloween stuff this year. What I've been doing is buying unique European furniture that I won't be able to find in the States that I want to have in my house. So. Cool. This year I've been more focused on that than really adding more to the Halloween. However, on Lorena's stream, behind scenes, I went digging online, and Well, everybody was talking on the panel. I was buying a Halloween item off of eBay.
Hey, it doesn't bother me. I got people that are like, well, don't test me. Don't message me when I stream. I'm always doing stuff in the back screen like this. You got to keep moving and heck, buy furniture. Why not? My wife sometimes is on Amazon when she's just
I
sitting
had
on
gone
the
on I went on the Disney website because, this is about the time that retailers start putting out the Halloween stuff, at least online, because people like me start buying now because a lot of what we buy are DIYs. A lot of like this, like the head here, she's part of a build. She's part of my own animatronic. And when I say animatronic, I don't mean nothing as detailed as what you're going to get at a theme park. I don't have that kind of know-how and I don't have that kind of money. But for a house in a neighborhood, it's pretty cool, and I get ideas from other YouTubers. So these are my ideas and other people's ideas combined. So if I find someone that does something really cool, I will tweak it to my skill level. And that's one thing about this community is that when these home haunters are putting their stuff out there, whether it's on YouTube or Reddit or any other place, it's literally to share what we have done. And there's this big welcome of, hey, we wouldn't be putting it out there if we didn't mind people borrowing, our ideas. And some people actually sell, like they create their own decorations to purchase. And I bought. So one of the websites is our YouTube channels. It's called Beard Manor, and him and his son created basically knockoff Haunted Mansion projections that you can project in your windows. And I bought some of his stuff because he had some really good, very clear, high quality HD, looks ghostly, and they got a really good family thing going there, and they pretty much do this all year round. It's the YouTube is their bread and butter, and the projects that they work on. He will actually do an entire projection map for your home, and he will collab with you. I just thought about it, but it's just kind of a bit much being overseas. And then if I'm going to map the house, it's not my house. So what am I going to do with that purchase when we leave?
Right.
So I feel like it's kind of a waste of money until I'm in a place where it's my house, where we're buying. Right. So I haven't gotten to that, projection mapping thing. But yeah, there are some people take it that far. They will literally do projection mapping on their homes in their neighborhoods. It's
I've seen some of those things before. Yeah, not more Christmas. Because like some of the chat said, we would drive around with the kids and even to look at light displays and stuff like that. So yeah,
we did that too growing up.
I'm very familiar with the light displays. Well, definitely, folks, keep an eye on us going forward. Mrs. and I usually do at least one or two things for Halloween. We actually one year did a whole special on candy. We got all these different candies and just went. You should not have seen how much we spent on that candy that year, but it was too much. But one of the biggest memories I had of the Disney's Not So Scary Halloweens. I don't know if you've done those before.
Yeah. We have done them quite a bit.
We did a couple with the kids, but the one that was most memorable, Hurricane Irma was coming in around 2004 or so.
Oh.
And they had the parade that night and the Headless Horseman, and they were in, it just was like, what was so funny was over in the old Donald Duck boat in Toontown, they just left the buckets of candy abandoned. There was no employee by there. There were bags. Everybody just raiding it. It's like, okay, well, and it was like still had lots of candy. We ate on that candy for 2 years, and I took some to work too.
Jeez.
And it was good. It was like the good candy. It was like the brand name stuff.
Oh yeah, they have good stuff. It's not knockoff candy for sure.
But folks, we will do more towards Halloween with Erika, hopefully with the missus. So I've already talked to Erika about that. So hopefully things work out on that because we we've got a little bit more time here, and I want to get to a few more things about Erika, specifically because we spent an hour on food, now we're on Halloween and candy. But what about your channel? What is it about your channel? What did y'all get into streaming? How did you come up? What? I guess the big question is what? Hold on a sec. Before you can think on that answer. Your mom did say this. Erika, Daddy says there's dispute as to where the Cuban sandwich originated. Some say Ybor in Tampa, some say Miami, and some say it came from Cuba. So
that's what I thought, because there's really nothing official. I kind of had to wonder if that's what it was, but
right. So, all right. So, oh yeah, as Tina remembers the candy episode. Yeah. Oh gosh, we got sick on that one. But do you? To my question is like, what got you into streaming? What inspired you to start streaming? What did y'all want to do, or what do you want to do with your channel?
So, over the years, we had been kind of back and forth, oh, we should do this, look at all the YouTubers that we follow, and we could do this and we could do that. And but for a good 7 years out of the 13 that we've been here in total, we were both working. So there was just no way. Running a youth ministry was, I would say, about 80 hours a week.
People don't realize how stressful, and people don't realize how stressful that is, and how much work's involved in that either.
It is multifaceted. You're basically running a church within a church, and I mean, it's rewarding, yes, but it's also it's something where it's got a high burnout rate.
You're dealing with the stress. You're also dealing with people that have different problems and stuff, and all that stuff, and you're really involved in people's life in that type of ministry.
Oh, so, yeah, it's very, you get very, it's so there was a little bit of that. Anyway, I got into Raph had come home one night, and this was about a year and a half ago, and he said, hey, you should check out this channel I found. They talk about stuff about Disney, but not the usual Disney stuff that we follow. I'm talking like the real Disney stuff. That's what the stuff going on behind scenes. And I said, ooh, that sounds more like what I would want to know, like what's really going on behind the curtain with the company. And the channel he had come home with was Valiant Renegade. Mm-hmm. And that's how I found out about Pro, because Pro was a very regular panelist on Valiant's channel. And I just got hooked on all of their channels. I mean, where I found one, I found the other, found the other. Mm-hmm. And it got to a point where I was getting so disgruntled with Disney that in the entertainment industry, I looked at Raph and I said, I think I'd rather unsubscribe to some of the things that we subscribe to, and why don't we put our money more into these YouTube channels? Because I feel like, we're watching YouTube more than anything. So why don't we support some of these content creators? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. So I started supporting Valiant and WW Pro in one of their higher tiers, which gives you membership perks. And on Pro's channel, one of the membership perks was doing what we're doing right now, which was an interview where he could get to know his supporters. So we did an interview, and I was in Florida at the time visiting family. And what I didn't expect to happen was for Pro to invite me into the space and introduce me to the YouTube space. He basically emailed me and said, hey, I really like your camera presence, and I don't know, I just think you really got something there, and how would you like to be an invited guest on my show? And I'm like, yeah, I'd love to, but at the same time I was nervous, because I'm like, I'm not what you call really well versed in entertainment, pop culture. I'm not the most quick-witted person. I can be, it just depends on the topic, but
Food. You're definitely quick on food and Halloween.
Yeah, and like I said, it depends on the topic. You know, like I guess like anyone else, it's all in what your interests are, you know, and what your niche has been in your life. And for me, it's primarily been youth ministry, Halloween, and a military wife. You know, it really hasn't been caught up in Hollywood, you know, or I can't say theme parks because theme park life has been a huge part of our family. We have family that has worked for Disney, and that's all I'm going to say on that because that's all I can say on that. So it was an honor, and honestly, with the way things had went south really bad with our church community and the ministry, which was why I had gone home. I had gone home for a mental health break. And so I just kind of said, okay, God, I'm just going to follow your lead here and see where this goes. You know, it's not like I'm not doing anything else with my time. I'm not, you know, since I left youth ministry and the way things went down, you know, so badly. Sure. You know, if this will help, you know, with my mental health and give me something to do, that's positive, you know, we'll see where it goes. And so it's been very slow going this last year and a half, I guess it's been now. And we started a channel having no clue what we were going to do for a channel. And we still kind of don't know. We started out with, well, let's just do vlogs. You know, we're kind of early empty nesters. We're expats. We're living overseas. So that's enough content. But you have to keep at it. It is a job. It is grueling work. Like youth ministry, it is grueling work and it has very little reward. I'm already used to that. And we're not doing it for the money anyways, because Raph already had told me I'm not quitting my day job for YouTube. He's like, no judgment against people that's their bread and butter. He's like, that's them. He's like, I'm just not comfortable with that. And I said, well, that's fine. I don't expect you to drop, you know.
And it's kind of like professional sports, though. There's so few people can really make that kind of money to make it really worthwhile. So many have their own outside careers and stuff on top of it. The ones that can, it's like pro sports. You can't quit your day job, like you said, and you know, it's a different thing. So, but
he's like, you know, if you want to do this and it makes you happy, you know, and he's like, I say, go for it. And he's like, if we happen to make money in it, okay. He's like, if we don't, well, you know, it's whatever. So we started the channel. And at first we thought we were going in the streaming direction. And then we just kind of didn't. I think mainly because it's hard to get Raph on camera. He's so tired and exhausted from working.
Right.
And I don't want to push him. You know, he has a right to decompress and spend his free time away from work the way he wants to. And if he doesn't want to be on camera, that's fine. You know, I know the desire is there. He wants to. It's just being here. We're ready to be back in the States. You know, where we are tired of being here. There's other things going on in our personal lives that just kind of have us in a slump. So the exhaustion is mental, spiritual, and medical and physical exhaustion. So I just kind of told him, you know, well, you'll come on when you feel like it, you know, when you're ready. In the meantime, I'm having a great time. I'm meeting new friends. Friends, I can say, and I'm almost crying here.
You're good. You're good. You're with friends. It's okay.
We lost so many friends out here. Very few, I can say, are lifelong friends, and they're back in the States. But the vast majority just stopped talking to us. And So coming into this space, in the short amount of time that we have been in this space, we have developed stronger friendships here than we did even at church. And that's saying a lot. And I need to put a disclaimer here. This is not, I am not blaming God. I am not blaming Christianity. I am not blaming the church. The fact is, it's life. Things happen. Bad things happen. That doesn't mean that God and church and Christianity are bad. We're human and shit happens. That's all there is to it.
Yeah.
And so I'm very aware, that, and I'm not one of these that's given up on my faith because of a couple of assholes, I refuse to do that. So, and I've talked to my mom, like, we will get back to our faith when we get back stateside. And we've made a little bit of movement, a little bit out here. But in the meantime, it's YouTube and all you guys that we've met that have just really, I don't think you guys realize the, I can't even describe it. It's better than an antidepressant.
Well, if you want to take a breath for a second, because you just really unpacked and unloaded a lot there, several things. You're right. Man is a sinful creature. It's not the church. It's like one pastor said: if you think one day you joined the perfect church, guess what? You need to find another church because you joined it. Nobody. We're sinful creatures. It is. It's the reality of what's there. It happens in YouTube also. Because one of the things is, like you talk about your drama. I've had the YouTube drama. I've had friends and all this stuff dealing with these relationships and, things happening. And, that actually back last fall, about in October, I just almost nuked everything. I've shared this on the channel before because of people trying to get consistency with friends I thought were friends, just all these clubs, cliques, these different groups. Sometimes it's
I've
like high school drama.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't have
I know.
time.
I've picked up on that too. I've been warned about some of that. Where there's going to be a dark side to everything. That's
exactly.
Good,
but to your point, though, what I would like also say too is exactly what you said. My wife had a massive tragedy 3 years ago with her sister being murdered. Everybody knows about that.
Oh, I did not know that.
My mom is in a wheelchair 18 year ago February. There's that stuff we've had to deal with and got it. And there have been days that it's been the people in this chat that have kept her going. There have been days in this chat that I'm still here because of when I want to quit, when I get down or depressed, like she looks at me like, well, does this person matter? Does this person matter? They're there for you. They're there when you do it. Yeah. And there's so many days. That's the good side of this. There are people here that are here. They're loyal and they do have your back. And, it's just, like you said, there is so much good to it also. Everything, whether it's church, whether it's YouTube, whether it's work, everything, they have their dark sides. They have their pits that you got to make sure you don't get dragged into for your mental health, your physical health, because that's what was happened to me in the fall. I was physically becoming affected by everything. I was spent 8-9 months living alone in my mom's house, taking care of that, away from my normal things, my wife and all, and it added up, and it all can overload you to a point where you don't think you can handle it. And I like what you say with your husband is that come on as you can and when you can. Like I said, he's invited to come on anytime with you if we ever do a chill stream because fine. But like I said, it's up to what he would want to do and what he feels like because everybody decompresses in different ways. But you are so right about these people in the chat. I was watching one of my videos where my wife and I were up in South Dakota 2 years ago, and we were actually just walking the streets in Custer, South Dakota, walking down the street, looking at the little bisons that they had painted on the corners. The names that I've seen there that were 2 years ago that are still with us, and the people that I consider friends, not just online acquaintances, it just makes a difference. And hey, the bear is sneaking out. Good night, Bear.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yes, and let me say real quick hi to Dave C. I think he came and left. I didn't get to say hi. Corey Cochran, good to see you. Thank you for being here. And Captain Infinity, great to have you in with us too. I just finally got a chance to say hello to you guys. But that's the one thing that people don't understand. This is not always the easiest thing to do. You are performing. My wife keeps telling me it is an entertainment industry. You do have to deal with attitudes, egos, the spotlight, and the main thing is do what you have to, and if you don't feel like streaming, then you take the night off, or you do whatever to persevere. Because like I said tonight, when this person showed up, I mean, it's due to the phone and all that, but I don't care the reasons. It's good to have them back. It really means a lot. When people, at least my wife and I, these people become almost like family in a way, because when we see certain names, certain peoples, it's like they're there all the time. When they're not there, it's like when she's doing her morning show and Sashi doesn't appear up with a recipe, she's like, "Where's Sashi?" Or Snortapoopus, where's Snortapoopus? What's he doing? And that's one of the good things with this that I try to tell the chat too. You got your loyalty, your support. There have been days we didn't want to stream. I know my wife's like, I don't know what I'm going to do, how to do it, but you get started and you see the joy in the chat, and it picks you up. And and like I said, I hope you find the right way for what you need to do for your streaming, for your channel, and when your time. Because I tell you, there's nothing wrong with doing what you're doing and being guesting for a while you heal, recover, and get to meet more people. You'll know the time's right when to do more on your own. I know you've had some recorded things and stuff.
It's good to hear that, because I'm over here, kind of freaking out internally. I'm like, oh my gosh, we have the channel up, and we keep plugging in the channel, but like there's nothing. Well, when we have stuff up from last year, vlogs, like family vlogs, but it's like psychological. I have this thing where it's like, I'm not putting stuff up, then I'm not doing anything. But I've got, you and even Lorena has even told me, hey, it's all good. You stream hopping is fine. Stream surfing is good. Just, but in my head, it just feels like, if you're not doing anything, then it's like I'm shaming myself, like I'm supposed to be putting up videos, and most of the time I'm just, at least I haven't been for months now. I would say since just before Easter. I have just not really felt like editing and putting anything up. I've got some footage of some stuff. And it's just,
and see, that's the hardest
everything
part.
Else.
That to me is the hardest part. Everybody's like, well, do videos. I don't want to do videos because one, you got to render all this crap. I hear about people having to do all this stuff and the speed. I have an older computer. I just like the live stream. I'm not out for the algorithms and all that stuff. Although I'm like, hit the like button, subscribe. We got 2 more subscribers tonight. We're almost at 7:30. We just need one more person to subscribe. But yes, hit that like button. And, hey, I will definitely tell her that later, Corey. You've been missed. And yeah, Tina, I do that sometimes. But that's the thing is, you got a good spot. Make your connections, get yourself, and have fun enjoying being with people. That's the best thing that I started just guesting on channels and stuff. And it really, and then finally one day it was college football kind of came. I got to do it. Because time was doing it. And hey, you Michigan fan husband out there, we got JT Kirk, who's going to be talking about the Big Ten this year. We're doing more than
no, my husband be all up into that. He's a Nebraska fan. So he's all up in the Big Ten stuff. That's all he watches, and he gets home lately and I'm like, oh gosh, we're in that season right before the big first game of the year is like in August. And I'm like, so yes, it's been.
Oh God, I could talk his ear off right now. We could have another 4
and it sounds like Greek to me. I mean, I enjoy watching football. It's
and thank you, Carol.
It's actually a good escape.
Yes, it is. I appreciate it, Carol. Yes, thank you for the sub and the sub too. And yes, hello, Captain Infinity. Yeah, that's the thing is about escape. You find what you do. That's what my thing is. my thing's always been college football, and my wife
and I
actually
do
sent me.
enjoy it. I never thought in a
Okay.
million years that I would actually enjoy watching a football game. Now I'm
Mhm.
older now, so I can have a better understanding than when I was younger. So I know
Wow.
just enough to be able to watch a game
Amen.
and kind of know what's going on by you. But when they start getting into the weeds, like the interviews they do after the game is over, I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's where I'm like, what? I have no
Yeah.
clue what you guys are talking about. They really get into all this
Technical
language
stuff.
that
Yes.
I
Hey, you hang
I don't
around here.
know.
You hang around here long enough, you will learn all that language. We might even start to somehow try to watch some games. So, but yes, if you have any questions, feel free to tell me. I love teaching. Well, that's what we do with JT, and we're going to get into college football in a few weeks. And part of what I want to do is make it for people that are not normal football fans. If you got questions about the game, ask. Come and watch it. It's supposed to be fun, not just boring statistics all the time. And that's what I like to do is to teach people the game.
Well,
And
for
yeah,
me,
it's
I
like
would have to
Canada.
show. I'd have to watch a game with you, and then when they bring the coaches in afterwards and they do like their interviews of the good points and the bad points of the game, they
Yeah.
really get into like, oh, Louise, I would stop that video so many times and ask you, I need you to translate what they just said there.
Hey,
What's the relevance of what they said? What is the significance of it? Why does it matter? They won the game anyways. Like, what does all this matter? Like, they won. And why are they so hard on themselves? Where, oh, but we didn't, do this and this, and we need to work on that.
Yep.
And I'm like, and Normie here is like, it's just a game. You won. Like,
No,
I
it's
care.
not like in Canada and the Prairie Provinces. It's the CFL is like a religion. So, oh yeah,
Yeah. Well,
Lagata said the Rough Riders, Saskatchewan, they bleed green. Yeah, it's like in the South. Oh, one of the worst was
I've heard
Vince
that
Dooley.
bleed red with the
Yeah,
Nebraska Huskers. They say
Vince
that, in
Vince
there. I'm
Dooley
like, what?
Vince Dooley made me sick. Always beat the Gators every friggin' year, but going in, Florida, I don't know, we can beat them and all, and then they crush Florida. Like, dude, shut up! You keep whining all the time, but one of the greatest coaches of all time. But yes, we definitely have. See, we could go. I know I'm looking at the time, so we're going to work to wrap up. I got to uh, get a couple more questions in, but I would like to. We'll have you on again, and we can talk more football if that's okay. Or it depends how much time you got. That's kind of I leave it up to you.
With football, that would have to be a totally separate stream because
Yes,
and I need a visual. Like I legit have to watch a game with you and
Okay.
then have you like. And it might be boring for a lot of other people that are really into football because
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you.
I'm going to slow you down because I
Yeah.
will pause, be like, what just happened there? I don't
Yeah.
understand this.
You're talking my
Why is
language.
this
I
little
bet
guy over here running that way? Shouldn't he be going the other way?
if my wife was sitting here, she'd be, thank God, somebody that will occupy him with football. And yes, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Yes, the blue and gold. But what I will say, let's see. Oh yeah, Lagata said when the Riders play the Elks, Stamps, or Blue Boomers, the move the Saskatchewan border with them. But I will tell you, I know there's a recorded game that I would watch with you or anybody else. Well, my dad passed away. It'll be 27 years, 4 days from now on the 28th.
Oh, wow.
The last game we watched was Florida State. You know how big of a rivalry that is in Florida.
Oh, yes, I do. I was raised in Florida.
It was the one year with Noah Brandeis as the quarterback, and FSU fans were talking about how bad Florida couldn't throw and all that, and somehow Florida won the game. That was so up and down, but my mom, it was the one game I remember. My dad and I were just so out of control in the first half. My mom said, screw y'all guys, I'm going shopping. I can't stay in the house any longer. And she never leaves like that, but that night she did, and I'm like, that day she did, and that the Gators won the game against all odds, and at the end, and it was like one of those for a last game watching with my dad. It's a great memory that'll stick with me forever. But yeah, anytime you want to, let me know. I'm up for it, and they got games on tape all the time. I think you're talking about the LSU too, Tigers. Corey from Kentucky.
My ex-husband is really big into LSU. That's one of his favorite teams.
We got a few LSU fans around. We got a few Auburn fans. Yes. And now that I mean, yeah, I guess you go with your husband obviously for Nebraska, but do you have any favorite team that you have?
I never really had any. I mean, I had friends that were divided between Florida State and University of Florida.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I guess I kind of gravitated to Florida State, and it's going to sound dumb because their colors were better than blue and orange.
By the way, that was a great Erika from Erika and Raph. Sorry, Raph. I'm famous for doing that. We hit the wrong button. Sorry about that. No, I got it. But yeah, it's awesome. But I do. You go with the people that are around you and things like that. And orange and blue, yeah, is kind of a bad color combination. There is something about the well, look at your background there.
This is a Bucks cup. I found out here at the BX, and I'm like, yeah, I'll buy it, even though I'm not. But it's a piece of home, And I know the Buccaneers have not always been a winning team, and I know they're NFL. I know they're not. They're not college, but something about Tampa and Pirates.
The Gasparilla Bowl, the Gasparilla
It's a big
Festival,
deal. Yeah, it is. It is. I'm not really into the football side of it, but the whole Gasparilla thing, it was so much fun. I grew up going to the Gasparilla parade, and the whole pirate thing it's a lot of fun. I do miss that about home. I miss going to the Gasparilla parade. And I bet it's gotten even funnier in later years.
I bet.
With all the crazies.
There's something about pirates invading the coast. Yeah, I've heard about those type of things in different places. I know in Fort Walton Beach they have pirates invading too there, and I think in Fernandina with the Shrimp Festival they have pirates landing out at the start of the.
I didn't know they did that up there.
Yeah, I think it's been a while. I've never gone. There's too many dang people up there. Oh, just don't tear JT Kirk on Tuesday night about the Detroit Tigers. He is so happy that they're leading Major League Baseball. It's crazy, but yes. Oh God, yeah. I remember the Bombers. They should have won it all, but hey. A couple more questions, real quick, because otherwise we would go all night with football now at this point.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, if you ever want to, if you ever have time, reach out, let me know. If Raph has one, just reach out because I'll find a game and watch it anytime you want to. I love teaching. That's why, like I said, on Tuesday nights, I want that to be not just a boring football show. I want people to come in and be passionate. Like I was going rants, to enjoy your teams. That's what's so good with it. But I want the people teach people like how the plays, why the officials, the calls, certain things like that. I mean, that's what I envision the sports channel to be, is something for just anybody to go and not be so niche that you won't get anything out of it. And heck, it's like most of my streams around here. It's like we have a topic, but the ultimate day is to make people laugh and have fun. Couple questions. How did you come up with your streaming avatar with you and Raph?
I just grabbed a random photo where we looked decent, not like we crawled out of bed.
Okay.
And I went on one of those like apps where it'll cartoon your picture. Like Tune Me, I think was one, and I just had it. It just created this little, I guess like a cleaned up version of the original photo.
Yeah.
And I put it in, was it Canva? I was just playing with, what Canva had for. I love playing with the editing part of the creative process is fun. I do like. I'm not good at graphics, at least creating them from scratch, graphics design, but I do like doing, I guess like, what do you call them? I've always enjoyed doing like, I guess like a magazine type layout or brochures. We used to do these little assignments in school, and I loved doing those. It was just fun and creative, just playing with all the different pictures and fonts and, so yeah, that's the, it's kind of a fun thing to do. And yeah, I was just playing around. I didn't really have anything specific in mind. I was just trying to.
That's
But
good.
I
I
have
mean,
some
I
other
like it.
ideas.
It's simple, but it really good, and you got to start somewhere. So you got other ideas. That means you're always thinking, and you'll learn.
Yeah.
Because that's how my wife did. She just started playing around with things, and you know that's
I
all you
have
can do.
some I had a chat GPT do a mock-up of some of our pictures in like an anime type, like the Cowie. It's like the Hello Kitty
Oh, okay.
art style, which is cute, and it came up with some cute uh, translations of some of the photos of us. I thought
Nice.
about maybe kind of going in that art style, changing it, but I'm still
Mhm.
undecided.
Okay, that's cool. Yeah, Tom, you know I can't teach you to play guitar, but I can't even play air guitar right. So, well, another one was streaming. Do you have a crazy? So I don't know if you've actually hosted a live stream before, but
No.
whether you okay, but what was the craziest or funniest memory you've had from a stream that you were on? Like
I
one
don't
specific
know.
moment that have you ever had one of those moments that just stick with you?
I would say when we were streaming with Lorena and she posted that video of Minnie Mouse with her drawers dropping, we just, we just lost it.
Yeah.
That was really funny. Yeah, I think that's most. I love Lorena's streams. We feed off of each other really
Yes.
well,
Yes.
and of course, lately Professor X has really been making its presence in
I'm
there,
telling
and
you, cats take over all the streams. Everybody, sci-fi mombi, all these people with cats, the cats take over the streams. It's
I love seeing the kitties come on screen, and it's not just her. On
yeah,
T3PO, Nolan's cats will sometimes make an appearance. Barry,
yep.
from Barry's place, his cat on now and then will make an appearance. I think it's cute. I love seeing the cats
Oh,
just kind of,
I love it
I'm
too.
here.
I think it's awesome. I really do. It's really cool that the cats are involved. I mean, they will take over the stream. I mean, I've seen happen quite a few times. So. Uh, Let's see. I was going to bring something up, but you got cats. Actually, cats do more than dogs. The dogs stay out of it though, for whatever reason, you know. But
Dogs are good for like cuddling and at least well, we had a Yorkie. We had her for 12 years,
yeah,
and I miss her so much. That was my baby, and she was the
mhm.
best and sweetest lap dog ever.
Yes.
And then cats, yeah, they're independent cusses, and they like to explore, things that they
Yeah.
shouldn't, and always and always get
By the
and
way,
always provide the best entertainment.
let me say hello to the great eclectic goat, who's already been appeared on my channel like 3 times in like 2 months. It's like really cool. Hello, goat, and who says goats will also take over your stream? Yes, that is very true. Oh, Tom's dogs want to come on, but the one is too big. So
Steamboat.
cats on the computers. Yes. Well, speaking of that, because one of the things that happened interesting, that uh, you know, I will say I love Chuck E. Cheese. The pizza's
Oh,
good.
I loved Chuck E. Cheese growing
I
up.
will say, but apparently Chuck E. Cheese got busted for debit credit today.
I did not see pictures of this. I got
Yeah,
the headline. I didn't know there were photos.
there's photos.
Oh gosh.
There's photos. What's worse, there are photos of them taking them out in cuffs with the head on, with kids watching it.
That's okay.
I'm like, take the man
Wow.
outside, not in front of the kids with the handcuffs. But no, they marched him out in front of kids, and it's just now they take the head off way out here. But it's like, oh gosh. But
That is like the number one rule of that kind of entertainment when you have a mascot like
yeah,
that. You don't get out of costume in public when kids are around. Why couldn't they have done that in the back?
I agree with you. I agree with you at that time. Tina's like, you're yelling to others, cheese it. It's the cops. Well, I will tell you, I actually have a story about Chuck E. Cheese that when I told you homeschooling, one of the things my wife did with a group of friends was they celebrated the first day of public school with a Chuck E. Cheese trip. Okay.
Oh.
So they'd meet there at 11. Well, okay, that's earlier than normal for my lunch, but a few years I'd go meet them there. Well, one year I tried to get there when they got there, so I do my hour right. Well, I had to use leave. Well, one year I got there at 11. Everybody ran late. The leader and my wife's like, I'm on the way there. So I go in there and I look at the people and say, look, I'm waiting for my family and my kids to come here. They looked at me. Okay. Sit over there. 10 minutes goes by. I start getting glared at. 15 minutes. I'm like, call my wife. Can y'all get here? They're looking at me like I'm some weirdo. And they finally pull up and I'm like running to meet them at the door. Thank y'all. Y'all got here. Because it was like they were giving me the evil eye in that place. They were like, what's this guy doing sitting here? Not ordering any food, just sitting there. It was like, it was so funny. It was one of our great Chuck E. Cheese memories ever. But oh my gosh. But yeah, that looks like it happened over in Tallahassee. So you might see that. We're talking about that Sunday night. So which we're back to on Sunday.
Is there video of them actually taking the head off?
I've not looked, but I imagine there is. I think there's probably more than just
that's terrifying for a kid.
Yeah, I know. It's like, yeah,
all your childhood dreams are shattered. Then you start questioning, is Santa Claus even real? What about the Tooth Fairy?
Bad enough it's bad enough when Minnie Mouse drops her pants or gets in a fight with somebody. You know?
Sorry, that's so funny.
Oh my gosh! Well, this is how much fun we've had, and okay. One more question: what is your favorite theme park ride? What is your favorite theme park, and what is your favorite ride?
Oh gosh, my favorite theme park might change in the future. Usually between Magic Kingdom and Epcot, depending on my mood. Attractions, Haunted Mansion and Pirates are my top two.
All right.
And at Epcot, it's Spaceship Earth.
I love Spaceship Earth. Yeah. Although I remember they have different voices over Judy Dench.
Yeah, they've changed a lot over the years.
Yeah, I didn't like her at first, but it grew. It grew on me. Wait, Mr. Angel's here. Hey, Santa isn't real. No. Good to see you, Mr. Angel. He's over there in the Netherlands, so it's late for him too. That's why people, when I did a late night at 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock, they look, Dad, man, it's not late night. I'm like, it is somewhere, like the old 5 o'clock somewhere. So,
yeah.
1 second. Sorry, with the missus gone, kid was supposed to cook. Plans changed, so it happened. So, yeah. Goat says always those weird question me. We don't have them here. We have country fairs. Yeah, country fairs. Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about. The fried pickles, the fried donuts, the fried PB&Js, and all that earlier with that. So, oh yeah, Dave, the big golf ball. Well, it was always funny with one of my kids was like, they were like, "Hey, it's Mickey's ball."
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, no. The worst one was when anyway, I won't say one. Woody Woodpecker coaster at Universal. They said something once the way they phrased it about riding, and I'm like,
oh, you're like, y'all might want to rethink how you phrase that.
I'm like, they were so innocent though. What I felt like the dirty old man because I'm like, this is a kid enjoying. I'm like, just anyway, it's like.
See, and that the answer to your question might change once we experience Epic Universe.
Yes.
So we'll see.
Without a doubt. I tell you that we are going back in September. We're going to go back for 2 days because we did not really get to do Dark Universe the way as much as we wanted to. The rain, we didn't get to do the Cosmic roller coaster, the big one, which is what we were going for. And then Aang decided, well, we're going to stay at Nintendo, which we kind of decided we couldn't do everything, so we're going to focus on Nintendo World, which was just so amazing, and Dark Universe. But I tell you what, when you walk into the Super Nintendo World, it is sensory overload. It is like
that's what
boom,
I've
boom,
heard.
boom, 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 boom. It's like music, loud. Everything's
I've heard it's
moving.
nothing like what you see in videos. That it
No.
just doesn't even do it justice.
No. It's great, but wow. So, all right. Well, I got one set of questions for you.
Okay.
These are supposed to be the lightning round questions, but they sometimes bog down. So, but we shall see. Oh, Eclectic Goat, by the way, you have the country fairs. We talked about fried Snickers, fried all those fried things.
Yeah, we did.
What do you like in your country fairs up there? And do you ride Ferris wheels? Because I will not ride a Ferris wheel. Mrs. will not ride rides. It's all I could do to get her on the Disney rides too, because her dad worked as a carny years ago, and he told them don't ride the rides. And she's like, so she never would. No, Dave, we're not playing We're in the USA Tonight. So, see, they're coming out. All right. But, okay. All right, here we go. Question number 1. What's your favorite food?
The Cuban sandwich.
Cuban sandwich. Okay. Your favorite beverage?
Materba.
What's that?
It's a Spanish soda called Materba.
Oh, fried pickles.
Ooh, fried pickles are good.
New Jersey. What the heck? So, Corey never doesn't eat the food anymore and never ride the rides. They soy oil. Okay. Can only occasionally have the fish though. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot about that. How about your favorite hobby that is non-gaming?
Oh, I don't game anyways, but this would be my favorite hobby right now is Halloween.
Halloween. Okay. That's cool. Collecting for Halloween. Do you sew or anything? Or do you?
Okay. I would like to learn how to sew. I'd at least do a basic stitch, so I can sew on buttons.
Yeah. Okay.
But no, I don't. My grandmother did try to teach me how to knit, and I don't even remember the basics that she taught me. But my sister, she learned from our grandmother, and she knows how to knit and crochet. So I can still learn. I just have to
have my
sister show me now because our grandma's not here anymore.
My dad learned how to do stuff because he was in the Coast Guard, so he always mended his nets and stuff, like when we went shrimping and stuff. Your favorite color?
Oh gosh, I'd say, believe it or not, pink. I do love pink.
Okay. Yeah, that does surprise me considering all that dirt behind you. Okay. Favorite movie?
Oh gosh, favorite movie. I don't really know. I've never really thought about it because I'm not a big movie guru. But one of my favorites that I will watch, not over and over again, but I will rewatch, is Sound of Music. I really love Sound of Music. Cool. And I do love Mary Poppins, and ironically enough, they both have Julie Andrews. So maybe I just have a thing for Julie Andrews.
Maybe, you never know. That's okay. That works. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of like only thing I get out of it is I'm Mary Poppins, y'all, because when I watch.
I love the older movies, unlike the old. I do. Okay, hold on. I scratched that. I totally forgot about my favorite childhood. Summer Magic. It's actually a Haley Mills movie by Disney, and it is a rare. It's hard to find. You might be able to find it on Amazon, but that would be my favorite. Is Summer Magic.
That is interesting. Yeah. That's cool. See, my wife likes the older stuff and all those things. I don't know. I'm more short attention span. I like the more modern stuff. I grew up watching the stuff in the 70s, and I don't know. I think I just like loud boom booms and bangs and running dinosaurs and stuff like that. Except I have not gone to see the new Jurassic Park, Eclectic Goat. I am holding the line. not watching that because I made the damn mistake of going and watch that god awful last Mission Impossible. I wanted to leave before that thing was over. Anyway, sorry. This is what happens on these these quick questions. Favorite sport, if any?
I don't really have a favorite sport. I mean, unless you consider figure skating, I've always liked watching figure skating.
Okay, that's an Olympic sport.
And I like ballets. I like watching ballets.
Okay, that works. What's your favorite dessert, candy, or sweet? If you had to pick one.
Oh gosh.
I'm sure that
Lord, that is a long list. Publix cake. Love me a Publix cake.
Oh wow, we didn't.
That would be my number. That would be my number one favorite dessert.
Now, do you like a homemade cake or the Publix cake? So you like it with that thick, sugary buttercream icing, or do you like the thicker, harder buttercream, or do you like the whipped icing?
I like the buttercream, but I know for a while there I really got into the whipped topping for a while, but then I went back to the buttercream because I don't know, it's just my childhood favorite. What I can't stand is the meringue icing. Ugh, I do not like the meringue.
Meringue? Wait, I've heard of meringue on pies, but cakes?
Yeah, there's a meringue icing, and Cubans use this one a lot in their cakes and the Cuban bakeries, and I don't like it. It's like, it's sticky, and it's just, yes, cream cheese icing is freaking awesome. I love cream cheese.
I'm not big on the cream cheese icing, but then again, I'm weird too. So, okay, yeah, because I know we were talking cakes and stuff earlier. So I agree. Give me a good cake sometime.
But you have to have the right balance, and that's what I like about Publix is that the inside of the cake itself is very velvety and soft, and then you have the texture of their icing, which is just like, oh gosh, I don't know what they do to their icing.
I just got warned. Desserts are a whole nother stream with you.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah. Well, hey,
you should have seen it for Halloween. We did. I popped 300-400 bags of kettle corn. I made chocolate dipped pretzel sticks. I think I did 150, 200 of those. Then I bought candy. And then we did some other Rice Krispie treats, which the Germans absolutely loved because you don't really find Rice Krispie treats in the German economy. So that was a popular one. And we did some toys because not all kids could have a lot of sweets. But it was like Erika's sweet shop when they came to the house.
Wow.
And that's kind of what I wanted. I wanted it to feel like they were coming into a spooky candy shop,
right?
Eric,
which is cool because as kids when we were trick or treating, it was like you knew the really good houses, the ones that really cared, that got the good candy, and that really went out for it, and you learned to really appreciate them very, very well. Yeah, we'll have to talk desserts more sometime about that because I'm there with cake and different types of things. Do you play any video games, or do you have a favorite video game? Maybe over the years, nothing.
What I have enjoyed, I enjoyed Epic Mickey. I like that one a lot.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, on the Wii, and it was back when the Wii was.
Right, I missed the Wii. I love the Wii, but I love the Wii.
So playing it now on Christian got this. It's not the Steam Deck. It's another version of it, and he bought Epic Mickey. So I tried. I tried playing it with the controls of the 21st century controls, and I'm sitting here I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Nope.
Because I'm used to the Wii controls and your basic Nintendo, and this thing is this big, and he's getting impatient with me, and he's like, "Mom, it's A. Mom, it's B." I'm like, "Well, just leave Mom alone. Figure it out on my own."
You know how I got into Fortnite was because in 2020, when everything shut down, I had nothing. I was going to bed and it was a mental thing. And Ang, the kid that was just here, came in and said, "Dad, I'm concerned with you. Play Fortnite with me and my friends." Teenagers are asking you to play with their friends also. Like, okay, fine. I'm like, I'm from the generation of a joystick and a button, and I kept telling him my oldest kid oldest kid got sick of that. Dad, stop with that crap. But then again, when I was playing a game with him, I think it was probably the Wii or something, or whatever was Smash Brothers. I kept doing the same move again and again. Like, Dad, stop spamming that. But I'm like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm just hitting buttons, and you got to learn to defend it. It's the same move.
I dropped the remote control. I put it away when they came out with the Nintendo 64.
Yeah.
And the controllers changed forever.
Yeah, I know.
And my eye and hand coordination for those controls just went out the window. And now it's just gotten more complicated since then.
Yes. Lemon pie. Hello, citrus. I love the way he comes in and it says, hey, fruitcakes. And he always spells it like that. So it's really, really cool. All right. So let's see. Let me get a couple more of these comments that came in here. Eclectic Goat said, okay, about the fry and soy oil. Crochet is easier to learn when you're older. Spinning is good because some of those country fairs and stuff. We actually went to a sugarcane festival over in White Springs a couple years ago, and they had ladies with the wooden spinner working with the wool and that stuff. I mean, we had candle making, all that stuff. Really, really interesting when you see them working with spinners and stuff.
You ever been to Cracker Country at the Florida State Fair?
No, I haven't.
What?
No.
Okay. So
we got a state fair. I didn't even know we had a state fair. Where is it at?
Dude, it's in Tampa. It's at the Expo Hall in Tampa, right off of I-4.
I'm okay. Well, I'm afraid of driving past Orlando. That Disney World exit is like very intimidating, but we'll take the toll road around. But no, really, what time of year do they usually have that?
Usually February.
Okay, we'll have to keep an eye out.
And then Strawberry Festival is right after State Fair, and it's in like March.
Okay, yeah, we have in Palatka, north of Palatka, they had a blueberry festival, which is May. So
they started doing one in the Tampa area. It's like new. I'm like, blueberries. I'm like, since when? Like, we're known, Plant City's known for strawberries. And now they started doing this whole blueberry festival. I'm like, apparently blueberries grow in Florida now. News to me.
The swallow, this chat. What's the airspeed velocity of an unlading swallow? Captain Finney said it's a question of weight ratios. Mr. Angel then says, Tina, it's approximately 24 miles per hour, approximately 11 meters per second. You're welcome. So, then of course your mom says desserts are no stream. We'll have to come up with a dessert stream topic then. Desserts and football.
Strawberry shortcake is another good favorite of mine.
Oh my! This is the one thing with your parents in the chat. Oh, and the cotton candy, floss, and popcorn. She kills it.
Yeah, I do. I do cotton candy for Halloween too. I have 2 cotton candy machines.
What's the floss though? Is that
floss is cotton candy sugar. They call it floss in the industry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sugar floss. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely a hit with kids. I know. And so yeah, exactly. Good to see lemon pie too. And Mr. Angel said, yeah, his first computer game's text based. Yep. So Tina said they have a local bakery called Jeannie's Cakes. All of the cakes have a graham cookie bottom. Interesting.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, I could see it on a hummingbird cake and a carrot cake. I could see it.
What's a hummingbird cake? I know a carrot cake. And I could see
hummingbird cake. It's a spice cake similar to carrot cake, but not as dark and as spiced, but it has that spice, and it's got pineapple in it, and I think it's got banana, and it has a cream cheese frosting.
Oh,
it's really good. I had it. I went to an Amish bakery in Georgia. I had never heard of it, never tried it. But apparently, it's a very southern cake, like red velvet. So I bought it from this Amish bakery, and oh gosh, well, I mean, anything they touched in that bakery was like gold. Even their donuts, they just melt in your mouth. It's like,
okay. I never heard of that though, but of course, no red velvet. Have you ever heard of a punch bowl cake?
Yeah, I've made those. Strawberry punch bowl cake. Yep, I've made that a lot for baby showers and wedding showers.
My grandmother would make it with fruit cocktail. With the yellow cake, the fruit cocktail.
Yeah.
It was not necessarily just strawberry. She used fruit cocktail, so it was mixtures of fruit with the yellow cake and the whipped topping and layers. Oh God, I missed that. I
always did strawberry.
Wow. but yeah, I miss that. As when your grandparents are gone and the stuff they make, the stuff you'll miss, it's just, oh
So
man.
I'm laughing at Fallout Dave.
I will get the
With the
Fallout Dave.
meter.
I'm behind. Cracker Country will be a phrase banned by YouTube. Yep, probably so, Living Pile. We know that. Oh yeah, yeah, I got you right there. Your mom mixes the floss with the popcorn to flavor it.
Yeah,
So
I
what is
do.
it? Is it a popcorn type cotton candy?
No, it's so when you're making kettle corn, it's just sugar,
Okay, right, kettle corn.
and
Yeah,
so your flavored sugars to make cotton candy,
right,
it's just flavored sugar. So you can put the flavored sugar in with your popcorn kernels, and not only will it color your popcorn, it will flavor it whatever flavor that is. So
right.
you can have flavored kettle popcorn. That's kind of what they're doing at Disney and the theme parks. And you get the flavored popcorns and they're colored. That's basically what they're doing.
Right, right. Okay.
I found out their secret.
Yeah, there you go. Once the secret's out, people find it out. But yeah, wow. Well, thank you. We got 25 likes tonight. Wow. Thank you, everybody. We got 2 new subscribers. One short of 730, and we'll get there. But we got the great Erika from Erika and Raf. And that's it for the questions, Erika. We'll go ahead and wrap up. I think when we first talked this, you're kind of like, well, what would we talk about, right? And it's been almost 2.5 hours. It's been a blast. It's been a blast. Folks, make sure you go subscribe to her channel. Look at her. She appears on many of Lorena's shows. Are you elsewhere on panels too? But
Yeah.
this is her channel with her and her husband, and she has some videos out there. But where do you usually pop up?
I'm mostly on Lorena Creole's channel and T3PO, which is part of That Park Place. And on occasion, I'm invited on WW Pro. So if he invites me, I usually say yes. I love Pro. I love all those guys. And they're part of That Park Place network. So they're all kind of connected. So that's where I hop around.
And you never know when she pops up here randomly. She's appeared on one of our random streams too. Tom is always telling me, have you asked Erika? Have you asked Erika? I'm like, I'm checking, Tom. So
yeah, it's all dependent on my son's schedule because he doesn't drive yet. So I literally drive him to work. So we're on the
Always understand that. I'm just need a minute or two because I forgot to open a couple streams. Corey said, "Has anyone seen any of the Wednesday show? As I've not seen it. Do you mean the Wednesday show with West and me? Is that the one you're talking about?
The one on Netflix? I saw it. I think it's good. I liked it.
Or is he? Oh,
did they come out with season 2 already?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Which is he talking about? Wednesday, the TV show, or is he talking about? Because I just rolled out a new stream with Wes Cagle on Wednesday night, so just trying to figure out which one we're talking about here. So, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. But which show specifically, Corey? Because I tell you, join me. I'm going about to promote that show right here, right now, because it's a lot of fun. Mr. Angel going back to bed. Hey. Thanks for waking up for a bit and hanging out with us, Mr. Angel. Always appreciated. So, it got TV show. Yes, no. It got get ready to drop. So,
okay, yeah. It says a new season coming soon for the Wednesday. I mean, the first season was really good. I enjoyed it.
We enjoyed it too. The Miss and I actually watched it. We don't watch many shows together where I stay awake. I usually fall asleep, but we enjoyed it.
I'll tell you the show I'm really addicted to, and that's Gilded Age. I love that show.
What is that about?
It's based off of the Vanderbilts and the Astors from back in the Gilded Age of America during the industrial era. I mean, it's still fiction, but a lot of the characters they are seemingly going very very accurately of the lives of the Vanderbilts when they were changing society and all that stuff. One of their daughter, Consuelo, she wrote a book and detailed basically her life growing up in that era. And I actually like to read that book because, I mean, how often, at least I'm not a big reader. So to me, that's kind of a big deal. I'm like, oh, wow. So I can actually get a book from a real like person who lived back then, who was part of this family, and really get it from her words, directly from the horse's mouth. And what was it like living, back in that era and being part of that kind of money and status, and the show so far seemingly seems to get it historically accurate, and even down to the costuming and the acting. There's not any of this excess modern. It's not like Bridgerton, where Bridgerton is based off of like the Victorian or Edwardian era, and they're completely jacking it up with all the modern stuff.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is Gilded Age, and they are really sticking to what's, for the most part, very historically accurate. I'm really enjoying it. It's really good.
Well, Corey, great to see you tonight. Hopefully you get rest, stay hydrated, and take care out in the heat with the work you do. Thanks for coming by. Thanks to everybody with 25 likes. Got 2 more subs, 729. Let me go ahead and we'll talk about a few more things before we can promote. Tom or Dave, if you don't mind getting Lorena's link, I know I'll send y'all over there when we're done here. She's at Test Track Opening. I saw that she was in the Cool Club Cool. Well, that's what I used to call it, the World of Coke or whatever it is now. Beverly. I took 3 shots of that back to back to back.
No.
Yep. Just for the fun of it. But hey, join me Monday nights with Jess around 6 o'clock Eastern. We do duos of Fortnite, just random, a lot of fun. This last week we won a lot, but it's just a great time of having fun with a great friend here. Check us for that. Tuesday night Sports Weekly with Dad Man, and JT Kirk's with me. We'll be renaming this more as we get into the football season, but Tuesdays at 9 we are live. Please come with questions or anything else. Like I said, we like to teach the games and more beyond just boring stats and stuff. Also on Wednesday, come on, advance. There we go. This is the one I was confused when I heard Wednesday. This next week will be our 3rd week with West and me as Go West Dad Man. And yes, West Cagle has the squirrel with the protect your nuts. If you we are big. My late night streams are squirrel streams. Like I said, I just do whatever, even these type of stuff. We jump tree to tree, bounce nut to nut, and all that stuff. So we combined our 2 names for a great show on Wednesday night where who knows what we'll talk about. We use the force and just have fun with each other and have a good time. Next Thursday, this slide is not right, but next Thursday, I am so happy. I hope everything works out. My great friend Daisy Blossom is back. For the first time in it feels like a year, we will have talked and streamed together. We're going to talk about movies from 1985, a general survey and discussion about movies from 40 years ago. I am looking so forward to this, and I've missed these that have always usually been on the last Wednesday or Thursday of the month. Now they're going to be on Thursdays at the end of the month. So please join us on Thursday for that. I am so excited to have that back. But I'm also so excited to have the great Erika with us tonight. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time and for staying up late. And really, this has been a blast. This is what I got into YouTube for. Have fun, laugh like this, and you've been amazing and great to learn more about you. And hope to do more in the future with you. Also, Erika, you have an open door.
I love just hanging out and chatting. Like we're in the living room, just hanging out.
Absolutely. All right. Well, on that note, Fallout Dave has the link. If you don't mind, go over there, say hi to our friend Lorena. She's over at Epcot right now. Go say hi. It looks like she's still alive. So go tell her hi from us. And on that note, folks, I hope you all have a wonderful night. Tomorrow night, there may be a panel. There may not be. I've balanced a lot of stuff this week, or I may do Fortnite. I'm not sure. But that's kind of how things go around here by the seat of our pants. On that note, folks, thank you. And like Tina, yes, thank you, Erika, for your visit. And we hope to have her around more often. Yeah, because Tom also reminds me that always, invite Erika. So on that note, folks, have a great night. And Carol, your mom, I got to say goodbye to her. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. And everybody, you take care. We will catch you later. Bye, everybody.
Night.
I'm